advance. You don't even have to look past Game 6. The first half will do just fine of Game 6, and then obviously let's try to avoid everything that happened in the second half of that same basketball game.
It's an interesting point. I'm thinking about the what-if scenario if I was able to go back in time at the start of the series and tell Magic fans, okay, there's going to be a Game 7 in Detroit, but Franz Wagner is not available. You would go, what happened? How did they even get to this point? It is why we love sports, as they say, because you just never know what's going to happen. I've never seen anything like Game 6. The Magic missed a playoff record 23 straight shots over a 12-minute span, and we felt every single one of them. How do they get that out of their heads tonight? Because that, to me, is key number one, is try and wash away Friday. That is hard to do.
Yeah, it's very difficult to do, obviously, and I don't think there's an easy answer to it. Luckily, you don't have a whole bunch of time to stew on it. You got to get back on a plane. You got to get back up here. We sat on the runway for 2 hours yesterday because of the storm that rolled in, so had plenty of time to ruminate on it, but also time to look at the film. And what Coach Mosley said pregame, you guys will hear in a moment, is, you don't go through and find all the misses and say, okay, try to make that shot. Okay, see how you missed this one? What you're going to try to do is make it next time. You find the stuff they did well, which in the second half there wasn't a ton of it, but at the very least you find the process. Okay, this is a good look. If we get it again, we want it again, and hopefully it goes in the next time you take it. You identify the good things that you did in the first half of that basketball game. Obviously, it was like night and day. I mean, the second half was so bad offensively. But just sort of focusing on, hey, guys, don't let that happen again, that doesn't do much good. And so, you got to lock in and you got to focus on exactly what got you the 3-1 lead in the first place, which obviously had a lot to do with Franz Wagner, but he's gone and he ain't coming back within the next couple hours. And you got to lock in on how do we clean up things like rebounding. Like, that to me was the biggest disappointment. Okay, you're missing shots, fine. You got hammered on the glass in the second half of that basketball game after winning the rebounding battle 21-17 in the first half. 35-17 Detroit out-rebounded you in the second 24 minutes of that game on Friday. Those are the type things that you can clean up within 36 hours. And hopefully, and look, we've been saying it ad nauseum. I'm sick of saying it. You got to win the rebounding battle to win the game in this series. And if the Magic aren't up to that challenge today, and that literally is see ball, get ball, that is effort, that is mindset, then they won't advance. And if they are, and if they're able to bring the pain a little bit and be the hammer, not the nail, then we'll be talking about Cleveland or Toronto.
So, speaking of Toronto, I just want to bring this up as for those out there that are wondering how in the world do you bounce back after one of the ugliest performances second half that you've ever seen. Well, I will remind you that one of the ugliest games of the year, the ugliest game of the regular season, was in Toronto on March 29th. The Magic lost by 50-plus points in that game. They won the very next game. And we were asking those exact same questions. How in the world do you mentally get past this? Well, they just did. That's how you do it, is you just do it, and they beat the Phoenix Suns, also a playoff team. In the very next game, 2 days later, they got past it. This team has been – it's frustrating how often they've put themselves in these positions where it feels like rock bottom, but they always bounce back, and so nothing that could happen tonight will surprise me. If Detroit blows out the Magic, that won't surprise me. If the Magic blow out Detroit, that won't surprise me. If the Magic come back and deliver the exact same blow that the Pistons dealt them in Game 6, oh, you're down by 20, but you come back and win, that won't surprise me either. Are you with me? Is there anything that could happen tonight after these last 6 games, after the way this season has gone, where you would go, wow, I really didn't see that coming?
No, absolutely not. Every single range of outcome is available when you're talking about the 25-26 Orlando Magic, Brandon. They have, the good thing is they have the memory of a goldfish. The bad thing is they have the memory of a goldfish. And so we just can't keep the good and the bad for too long. But coming off a bad half, I think that's probably a good sign for the start of this game anyways.
All right, yeah, we're going to put that up as number one key, be a goldfish. Last thing, Wendell Carter Jr. has been such a big X factor in this series. He was downright bad in Game 6, 0 rebounds. I don't even know how that happened. He's got to play big tonight.
Yeah, he had 4 rebounds in the game before, Brandon. So you're talking about 2 closeout opportunities, and the guy who deserves credit for giving you, or at least a large portion of the credit for going up 3-1 in the first place. We got to make sure that due is given. Is going to have to play like he did in the first 4 games of the series tonight, as opposed to the way he's played in games 5 and 6. Now, look, that doesn't mean that Jalen Duren's putting up 20-10 double-doubles. He's been pretty much the same Jalen Duren the whole series, but the bottom line is, and it is a team rebounding stat, you can't put all of the rebounding woes on Wendell Carter Jr.'s shoulders, especially because he's boxing out Duren, and it's on somebody else to step in and grab the rebound. That somebody else the last couple games has been Tobias Harris or Cade Cunningham. We got to help him out a little bit, but certainly when you're talking about the paint battle, when you're talking about the glass battle, it starts with number 34, and I know he'll be the first to tell you he needs to be better in that regard than he has been in games 5 and 6.
Yeah, it looks like Jamal Cain back on the floor with the starters. Is that right? That's what we expect to see?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much, Jake.
Yeah, no Joe Mazzulla stuff now. I don't think we're going to see anything too wild as far as the starting lineup goes. Jamal Mosley, as we always say, he is a dance with who brung you type of guy. So it'll be the same crew here tonight.
Yeah. Oh, game 7? How about a crew that's never played a minute together? Here you go.
Hey, let's throw Jace in the starting lineup. That makes sense.
That'll work. Okay. Thanks so much, Jake.
All right, buddy.
Those are our keys to the game, brought to you by Kia, the official vehicle of the Orlando Magic. Coming up next, the head coach makes it very clear right now. It is win or go home. What is the tone and tenor of head coach Jamal Mosley? I'm as intrigued as you are to hear it. We're back with that in a minute right here on the Magic Audio Network.
That's another bucket for the Magic, putting them over 110 points. You know what that means? It's Big Buford time.
When the Magic score 110 or more points, you win the next day. When you buy a regular price Big Buford combo at Checkers, you get another combo free with your rewards app. That's right, because when the Magic score big, so do you. Let's go!
Available exclusively on the Checkers and Rallies app. See rewards wallet in-app for details. Each combo includes medium fries and medium soft drink. Valid at participating Orlando area locations only while supplies last. Offer may not be available via third-party delivery services.
When the Orlando Magic are raining threes, you don't want rain coming through your roof. That's where Eustace Roofing comes in. We are a proud official partner of the Orlando Magic with an office right in College Park. Locked in on serving Orlando homeowners. From sudden storms to season-long protection, we've got your home covered. No missed assignments, no leaks, because championships start at home, and so does peace of mind. Schedule your free roof analysis at eustaceroofing.com. Eustace Roofing. Orlando built, Orlando trusted.
Before you begin your road trip, ask yourself, do you really need 5 full suitcases? With the 2026 Kia Sportage X Pro's class-leading cargo space, you'll have room for what you need. Find out more at your local Kia dealer today. Keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely and obey all traffic laws. Comparisons based on second row legroom and cargo space behind second row seats in the subcompact SUV class according to Kia segmentation as of October 2025.
Nothing compares to catching your Orlando Magic live, and nobody knows that better than you, Magic fans. It all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Magic and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles in person. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Orlando Magic tickets at Ticketmaster. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/magic.
Orlando Magic fans, Streamlabs makes water leak detection feel like magic. With Streamlabs, you get real-time leak alerts sent right to your phone, so you can stop leaks before they become big problems and major headaches. Discover water leak protection from your home from the brand trusted by the Orlando Magic. And don't let leaks steal your game. Visit StreamLabsWater.com and protect your home with Streamlabs today. Use promo code SLMAGIC for a 25% discount.
In life's biggest moments, every opportunity counts. Whether you're buying your first home, growing your business, or taking the next step in your financial journey, City National Bank is your trusted partner at each of life's milestones. As the official bank of the Orlando Magic, you can count on us to help you take your best shot. City National Bank, assisting in all your banking needs. Visit citynational.com for more information. City National Bank is member FDIC equal housing lender.
This team always shows fight. There's no other way to put it. This does suck. You have a 24-point lead, and we let it go. And I think that the reality is it's got to sting and it's got to hurt right now, but you've got to be able to bounce back, and you've given yourself an opportunity to go get it done in Game 7.
That was head coach Jamal Mosley talking about how much it stings to lose the game the way that they did in Game 6. To be fair, it was going to sting no matter what if the Magic lost in Game 6, but to lose the way that the Magic did, where the win was in the palm of your hands, that had to be extra painful. The first and second halves of Friday's Game 6 could not have been a bigger, stark contrast. In the first 24 minutes, the Magic shot 56% from the field, 39% from three. That helped them take a 22-point lead. We were doing the halftime show with you. The Magic were up by 22. We're feeling good. In the following 24 minutes, they shot 11% from the field, which is the worst field goal percentage in any regular season or playoff half, with at least 35 attempts in the play-by-play era, which dates back to 1997. It's almost hard to believe that occurred in the year of 2026. So how can the Orlando Magic rediscover their offense in time to win a pivotal Game 7? Let's find out on tonight's edition of Coach Speak.
Jamal, how has the team responded energy-wise, attitude-wise since the Game 6 loss, traveling here?
Great. I mean, just you get another opportunity. That's how they responded.
Just kind of looking back at the tape, what stood out, and what did you kind of point out to the team? Obviously there's maybe an outlier with some of the
in that situation. We really just looked at what we did right. You can't control shots going in or out. I look back at the graphics and you say, you missed 16 threes straight. You missed 20-some shots in a row. What can you do different? Well, hopefully the ball drops. But there's something that got us the lead, and there's something that got them back in the game. So you look at those things as a coaching staff, you bring the positive to these guys of what they know they're capable of doing, and you go prove it in Game 7.
A lot of the players said after the game they still feel confident because they won here in game 1. How important is having that victory, and maybe even the Cup game in November, a big game there? Yeah. How important are those experiences in this building to having confidence in this game today? Mindset
in the Game 7 is pretty much everything. You've seen everything that they've thrown at you. We've thrown everything at them. They've seen it. It's a mindset thing now. Who can win those physical battles? The rebounding, the turnovers, the free throws. That's when it comes down to the game in the margins. And it starts with the mindset of how you approach the game. And I think our guys are in a great mental space, because at the end of the day, you're not asking them to do something they haven't done before. And that's the piece of confidence you can find in it.
Jamal, the last time you were in a do-or-die game, you guys played like one of the best game of the year for you guys. Do you go back to that game and try to do anything you did that got that team in that mindset? Is it similar to you in any way?
Very similar. I think, and I've said this about our group, we always respond. We always respond. Throughout the year, we've responded. And that's what I know about this group and who they are and what they're capable of accomplishing, because they've always responded when our backs have been against the wall. And a Game 7 is just that. Now, however you got here, you're in a Game 7 in the NBA. And that's something to be grateful for. It's an opportunity, and it's a chance to show exactly what you know you're capable of doing.
That right there, head coach Jamal Mosley, ahead of tonight's Game 7 between the Magic and the Pistons. It is an honor. I mean, it stinks that the Magic didn't win in Game 6, obviously, but here we are. We've got a game coming up that starts in just over 10 minutes, by the way. There have been, heading into this weekend, 155 Game 7s in NBA history. Think of all the games that have been out there. And there's only been 155 Game 7s. The Magic now adding their name to that list once again, second time in the last couple of years. It's a special moment, and hopefully the Magic can put a little icing on that cake with a win here tonight. Tip-off of Magic Pistons less than 20 minutes away. Still to come. We'll hear from your fan favorites on tonight's soundboard as we continue to get you ready for tip-off here on Magic Tonight, presented by Papa John's. You're listening to Magic Basketball. Here we go. Down by 2. Just need another 3.
Let's go, Magic!
He got it off. That's good.
Yes! Let's go! Free small frosty classic. Let's go, Magic!
The
The Magic scored their 10th three, which means you score a small Frosty Classic free with purchase. Head to any participating Wendy's within 48 hours of the game to get yours. Because the only thing smoother than our shooting is a Frosty. Limited time only. Gear up for playoff basketball by visiting the Magic Authentics team store inside Kia Center, where you can find a great selection of Orlando Magic merch, including jerseys, t-shirts, accessories, collectibles, and the latest playoff styles. Whether you are a longtime fan or just getting into the excitement, there's something for everyone. Shop for authentic Magic gear at the team store Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. or online at OrlandoMagicShop.com. Don't miss the Magic's tip-off on game day when you reserve parking in advance with Park Mobile. Fans can reserve parking before games to guarantee a spot at Kia Center. Book your spot at magic.parkmobile.io. You can filter parking lots by specific needs like covered parking, handicap, and oversized vehicles. So the next time you want to cheer on the Orlando Magic at home, reserve a parking spot in advance for a winning game day experience. Park Mobile, a smarter way to park.
Get ready to score big with a getaway at Caribe Royale Orlando. Book now and save 15%, plus receive a $25 daily dining credit. Make your vacation a slam dunk with spacious suites, family-friendly villas, and pet-friendly fun for your whole team. Fuel up at 8 dining spots, including Stadium Club. Take the shot down our 75-foot water slide, unwind by the waterfall, or play hard on our sport court. Book today at CaribeRoyale.com.
RingCentral's AI receptionist uses voice AI to answer on the first ring, so you'll never miss a call again. In just a few minutes, you can personalize your own AI receptionist to answer questions, route calls, schedule appointments, and even send texts in multiple languages. Plus, it's easy to scale. Create unlimited AI receptionists across any phone system. It's all powered by one reliable platform for effortless AI communications. See for yourself at ringcentral.com. RingCentral, voice of your business.
Since 1927, Gallagher has been serving the communities where we live and work. We partner with businesses of every size to provide insurance, risk management, and benefit solutions that prepare them for what's next. Whether you're on Main Street or across the globe, we're ready to help you take on any challenge. As a proud partner of the Orlando Magic, we bring that same commitment to Orlando and all of Florida, dedicated to partnering with you to face the future with confidence. Learn more at ajg.com. Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and people strategy partner.
It's the playoffs, and this series has been a slugfest, but sometimes the game just goes that way, and unfortunately, we had a very bad drought tonight. You just got to wipe it off and get ready for Game 7, At this point, there's no point in dwelling and thinking about what could have went, our way. It didn't go our way tonight.
That was Paolo Banchero talking about the slugfest that this series has been. Scoring has been tough for both teams. The Pistons have averaged just 100 points per game. The Magic are at 98 points per game. That one goes to show how low scoring this series has been and also how close this series has been, the fact that they're only separated by 2 points. The average NBA score in the regular season is somewhere around the 225, 228 mark as far as total points scored, both teams in an NBA game. The Magic and Pistons aren't even combining for 200 points per game at this point in the series. Slugfest is putting it mildly. These teams have completely figured each other out. They are tired of each other. They don't like each other. It's mano a mano at this point, and if the Magic want to win, their guys are just going to have to be better than the Pistons guys. That's it. That's the breakdown for you. Another fist fight of sorts on the way shortly. Tip-off of Magic Pistons coming up soon, Game 7, but right now it's time to exhaust the remainder of our player audio on tonight's edition of the Magic Soundboard. Thumbs up from the crew. That's Game 7 vibes right there, feeling it. Tonight is going to be a challenge with a capital C. Desmond Bane is ready for the fight ahead.
That's the playoffs, mentally and physically. Can you handle, the toll, winning games, losing games, playing well, not playing well, home, road, all that, so I'm excited for the challenge, and I think that our group's ready to make it happen.
I will say it until I'm blue in the face. It stinks that the Magic are in this position after having an opportunity, a golden one on Friday night. But being in a Game 7 ain't all that bad. You still have a chance to advance to the next round and take on the winner of the other Game 7 that's going on tonight between the Cavs and the Raptors. All the adversity that this team has been through throughout the season needs to be channeled into tonight. Wendell Carter Jr. says that it doesn't need to be pretty. They just need to get the job done.
The biggest thing with playoff basketball, like I said before, is being able to handle the adversity. Playing on the road, crowd getting involved, limiting your mistakes. I think those are the biggest things that we've learned over the years. And I think, we put ourselves in a good position to take a series for the first time since I've been here. So I think that's the focus. Yeah, just about getting the job done, however that looks.
No matter what it looks like, I don't care if this game finishes 82-78, as long as the Magic are the team with 82. Credit to the Pistons. They rediscovered themselves after dropping 3 of the first 4 games in the series. Cade Cunningham says that he's been impressed with his group.
It keeps us alive, allows us to fight another day. And now it's about us going and finishing the job. None of this stuff means anything if we don't go win Game 7. But we'll be back at home. We'll have a lot of energy in there. And these last 2 games have given us, a lot of life and bringing us back to how we played all season, which is through our defense, getting up and down the floor and making it tough on guys.
Yeah, the fans in Detroit are going to be loud, and we will provide you as close a feel of what that is as we possibly can via our radio and streaming airwaves. Game 6 felt like the final blow to a lot of people, but this series isn't over, and Paolo Banchero says that he is ready to do whatever it takes to get the win.
Yeah, just keep everybody together. Series ain't over. They've clawed their way to tie it up 3-3. We won a game there, start the series, and we just got to go do it again. So can't hang our heads. Got to go to sleep and wake up and get on the plane with a clear mind. Do whatever we got to do to get the win.
Jamal Mosley mentioned it during his media availability prior to the game. Every single time the Magic have fallen down, they have gotten back up. Can they get back up one more time? That's going to be the question that we need answered here tonight. Only one other game going on in the NBA tonight, but it is a big one. The Cavs and the Raptors, Game 7 in Cleveland, will get going right when we're done with our broadcast. So it'll be hopefully a nice dessert to the meal that is a Game 7 win for Magic fans out there. Time for my Hard Rock Bet pick of the night. Give me the Orlando Magic, and I don't want to hear anything else about it. I also like the Raptors for what it's worth. 2 Game 7s tonight, 2 underdogs picking up a win. What a treat this is. Head on over to Hard Rock Bet, the official sports book of the Orlando Magic. This is our 3rd. We'll have 3 Game 7s in the Eastern Conference. What a treat this postseason has already been. We are set for round 2. Things went a little bit more expeditiously in the Western Conference. The Timberwolves and the Spurs will face off against each other in a best-of-7 series. And then on the other side of that bracket, you have the Thunder and LeBron and the Lakers going head-to-head. We'll see if Luka is able to make his way back at some point. Austin Reeves is back for the Lakers. They continue to surprise people. 2 wounded animals, so to speak, between the Lakers and the Timberwolves taking on the juggernauts of the Western Conference. So there's a chance that those series wrap up pretty quick, but who knows? I have said that before and been wrong. The 76ers took down the Celtics last night, 109-100. They advanced to round 2, where the New York Knicks have been sitting and waiting after their 50-point beatdown of the Atlanta Hawks in Game 6 at MSG. So here we have, actually, no, I'm sorry, that was in Atlanta, but Knicks Sixers in the next round. That should be a really good one, especially with the way that Embiid and Tyrese Maxey are playing right now. And then you're going to have a couple of tired teams going head-to-head in round 2. Pistons, Magic, Cavs, Raptors. Someone's coming out alive in both of these series when we are done with tonight. Our game coming out minutes away live from Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan. Before we get there, let's pause 10 seconds for... Oh, I'm sorry. No, we're not going to do that. Waved off by the crew. That's right. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. What does that mean? That means that Magic Tonight, delivered by Papa John's, is a wrap. It's Magic Pistons Game 7. Jake Chapman on the call. Tip-off on the way. Next.
This is Orlando Magic basketball.
Franz backs away. Now Reddish.
Wagner, step back, three ball is up. It's in! Franz stuck it!
Magic Basketball is brought to you by Advent Health, the official healthcare provider of the Orlando Magic.
Now Powell's just going to pull a three off the bounce. He got another one. Banchero scorching here in the second quarter.
Let's get ready for tip-off. Here's the radio voice of the Orlando Magic, Jake Chapman.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Little Caesars Arena in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Jake Chapman with you, and today we write another page in the Magic's history book. Season 37, postseason number 19, round 1, game 7, and, well, why not? If it weren't difficult, it wouldn't be us. The last 2 weeks and 2 days for this team have felt like in The Wizard of Oz in some ways. You know, the twister scoops you up, spins and swirls you around for a while, and then it drops you right back down in the exact same spot. And the last 16 days, to be exact, have seen more highs and more lows than a set of game notes. The Magic have flown through the air like a Jamal Cain poster, and they've wrestled on the floor for loose balls. As Randy Savage once said, they soared with the Eagles and they slithered with the Snakes. They've been the talk of the league, and they've been the butt of jokes, and they've been trending for just about every reason you can imagine. And yes, they're basically right back where they were 16 days ago as they took on Charlotte in that play-in game. They've got 48 minutes left to prove themselves. They have been counted out by just about everybody. The Magic bandwagon is completely abandoned. And here you are, one game to extend your season. Of course, the Magic played that play-in game in the friendly confines of the Kia Center, and today they got to get it done in the Lions' Den, which also kind of feels fitting. The tests should always get more difficult. But the question becomes, has everything that's happened in the last 2 weeks drained this team, or has it given it the confidence and resolve to dig itself out of the hole in which it now finds itself? It's the million-dollar question, and I wish I had the foggiest idea of what we're about to see. But as someone who's called every second of basketball this Magic team has played this year, the next time I have my finger on the pulse of this team will be the first time I have my finger on the pulse of this team. And to be clear, the second half of Game 6 was an historically poor performance. And unfortunately, it wasn't even the Magic's first historically poor performance this season. But if all that happened this year were injuries, 30-0 runs, and 19-point halves, then today wouldn't matter. Failures don't matter when nobody expected anything from you anyways. And anything worthwhile tends to come with failure first, and often big failure first. And this team's failures seem to be very big, but the Magic have a chance here to do something very much worthwhile. And its successes are never hard to find either. The reason the Magic could lose to Boston and Philly and still snag the 8 seed is because they built themselves a little cushion in the standings. It's the team that advanced to the Final Four of the NBA Cup before withering in the fourth quarter against the Knicks in the semifinals. And as bad as the second half was on Friday night, the first half was just as good. And this is the same series now where we're scraping and clawing to knock out the Pistons that we jumped out and won 3 of the first 4 games. So all year long, this team has had a very low floor and a very high ceiling. And all year long, the bad has never been far from the good, nor the good from the bad. Today, now in the biggest game of their lives and coming off one of the worst halves of their lives, the NBA world thinks it's a foregone conclusion that the Pistons took the Magic's will in Game 6 and that this Game 7 will be a mere formality. The whole world seems to be counting this Magic team out, and that's just the way we like it. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll have your starters and your status report, and then we do it up. The Magic and the Pistons in Detroit. Game 7 comes your way in just a matter of moments on the Magic Audio Network. At VyStar Credit Union, you inspire us to go the extra mile to meet your financial needs. That's why we offer Magic fans more banking options like better rates and no hidden fees. Our team is also dedicated to making the communities we serve stronger, volunteering our time and talents while donating millions to local nonprofits. VyStar Credit Union, official credit union of the Orlando Magic. Visit VyStarCU.org and go Magic.
When Magic fans need to make a little magic in their relationship, they always turn to IDC, International Diamond Center. IDC is the exclusive jeweler of the Orlando Magic, where fans, players, and staff go for the best bling for the best value. With showrooms all over Florida, IDC smashes the competition with direct importer prices, a massive selection, the strongest warranties, all the premium designer brands, and a solid reputation for honesty and integrity. Get store hours, locations, and more at shopidc.com. International Diamond Center, where Orlando gets engaged.
Hey, Dante, what's your favorite thing about a Magic win?
No brainer, Jake. 50% off at papajohns.com the day after every Magic win. Magic win and fans win with Papa John's because they get 50% off their entire online order.
And it's so simple. Just enter the promo code MAGICWIN when you order online at papajohns.com.
And now you won't miss a shot because you can track your order live with Papa Track.
Papa John's Pizza, official pizza of your Orlando Magic. Valid online only, not valid with any other discounts. Delivery fee and taxes extra and not subject to discount offer.
Orlando Magic fans, are you ready to feel like magic? Xwell, the official wellness spa of the Orlando Magic, just opened our very first Orlando location. Come experience refreshing facials, seamless waxing, and medical-grade skincare products, all designed to help you look and feel your best. Right now, new guests get a free eyebrow wax or 25% off any service. Visit xwell.com today or call 407-558-3221 to schedule your reservation and see where magic meets wellness.
Welcome back to Detroit. Jake Chapman here with you. Game 7 on the way in a matter of moments. Let's get your status report here for you. It's brought to you by Eustis Roofing, an official partner of the Orlando Magic. Eustis Roofing, providing quality roofs for Central Florida residents for over 60 years. Magic missing Jonathan Isaac still. He's been out since mid-March with his left knee sprain. Franz Wagner will miss his third consecutive game with that right calf strain. And then for the Pistons, Kevin Huerter is still listed as questionable, left adductor strain. He's been questionable for the last 3 games and has not played in any of them. And trying to look down and see if he's even in uniform right now, but as of 2:45, still listed as questionable for this one. Don't expect to see Kevin Huerter here today. That's the bottom line. Starting lineups brought to you by International Diamond Center, the exclusive jeweler for your Orlando Magic. Jalen Suggs, Desmond Bain in the backcourt, Jamal Cain, Paolo Banchero at the forward spots, Wendell Carter Jr. mans the middle for the Magic. For the Pistons, you got Cade Cunningham, Duncan Robinson, Asar Thompson at the 1, 2, and 3, Tobias Harris at the 4, Jalen Duren is the starting center for J.B. Bickerstaff's bunch. Starting lineups brought to you by International Diamond Center, exclusive jeweler for your Orlando Magic. And yes, officially, Kevin Huerter listed as inactive with that sore adductor. We'll take one final break, and we'll tip it off when we return. Magic Pistons Game 7. It all comes down to this. Tip-off in mere moments on the Orlando Magic Audio Network.
Magic fans, save all season long at Take 5 Oil Change. Just wear your Orlando Magic gear and save 25% on your oil change. No technical fouls, no overtime. Just drive in, stay in your car, and roll out. You'll be game day ready in 10 minutes flat. Staying on top of your car care shouldn't put you on the bench. Take 5 makes it as easy as a layup. Visit take5.com to find a location near you. Offer valid through June 1st, 2026. Terms and conditions apply. Valid only at participating locations.
Orlando Magic fans, this one's for you. Waters Car Wash is an official car wash of the Orlando Magic, and they have a slam dunk deal just for you. Visit the Orlando Magic website to score a free car wash at participating Waters locations. Fans can also redeem their first wash free by texting Waters to 55255. Don't miss out on making your car the MVP with Waters Car Wash, where the magic happens on and off the court. Visit the Orlando Magic website today.
Radio and TV. Gregory, welcome. Great to be working with you. What do you think the keys to this game are?
Well, I think for the Pistons, energy early, and I don't doubt they'll have it. Taking care of the basketball throughout the game. They only had 10 turnovers on the road in Game 6. That's why they won. That defense in the fourth quarter clearly was a big factor, but if you're turning it over, you sort of undermine your effort defensively.
Exactly.
And they've got to rebound the basketball, and everybody got on the glass down in Orlando.
And J.B. Bickerstaff told Mark Champion during his pregame interview that if they had to do one thing well, it was rebound the basketball in this one. The starting lineups look like this. Jamal Cain and Paolo Banchero at the forward spots for Orlando. Wendell Carter Jr. at 6'10 and 270, the man in the middle. Red hot shooting at times. Desmond Bain, 6'6 and 215. And Jalen Suggs, an excellent athlete, at 6'5 and 205 in the backcourt. For the Pistons, the amazing Asar Thompson and Tobias Harris, who's been rock solid and better than that even here in round one, and Jalen Duren up front. Duncan Robinson off a big Game 6, and Cade Cunningham. What can you say about Cade? He had 32 and 10 rebounds and 4 steals, and a block in Game 6 in Orlando. The officials are Tony Brothers, Josh Tiven, and Mitchell Irvin. And we're locked and loaded and ready to go. You couldn't find a ticket for this one anywhere. Downtown Detroit, all roads led to Little Caesars Arena. And there's a little construction on I-75. You'd have thought everybody on I-75 was going to the game because it was jammed, and I can imagine most of those people coming north to south on a Sunday afternoon with no Tiger game till tonight must have been coming to this ball game.
I got news for you, George. It was the same way on the Lodge. Jam-packed.
Wow.
And I felt the same thing. Could all these folks be heading to Little Caesars Arena? And when I look around, maybe they were.
Maybe they were. The Pistons have been introduced. Cade Cunningham bumps fists with Ben Wallace, who's joining us here courtside. Again, the officials are Tony Brothers, Josh Tiven, and Mitchell Irvin. The Pistons wearing their home whites here at home. Orlando in blue with white pinstripes.
George, you know what this reminds me of? When a game goes to overtime. When it goes to overtime, there's a team that's happy and usually a team that's sad, right?
Yep, you're right.
Today, to start this game, the Pistons, once down 3-1, happy to be here. I'm not so sure Orlando is.
Orlando mad they had to pack and travel.
That's right.
And fight for their playoff lives in this one. They do win the opening tip. Banchero on the right wing puts it down to the elbow, dishes back on the sideline. Kane, the Detroiter, to the baseline, to the basket. His shot's around and out.
Very well defended by the Pistons, Duncan Robinson, and then some help from Jalen Duren.
Cade to the lane, slipped and fell. I think he's all right, but this will get a fast break going for Orlando. Banchero got his shot blocked. He got it blocked by Asar. Who else? And the Pistons take over on the Orlando turnover. Well, they've had 2 chances to score at the rim. One, a tough luck miss, and the other slapped away by the best all-around defender, I think, in the league, Asar Thompson.
That's a good point, George. All around. Because he is all around, all over the place.
They called a foul on Banchero after the whistle. So the Pistons come to work. Cade behind the foul line. Fires. It won't fall. Rebound. J.D. back up and in. And the crowd loves it. Pistons score first. Banchero up the middle for Orlando. Winging to right to Wendell Carter Jr. Hands it there to Desmond Bane. Back to Carter in the lane. Left wing Suggs. Left corner Kane. Triple try. No. Duncan Robinson with a rebound. Asar. Right hands up the left side. Gives to Duncan Robinson. Top side for a long gun. It's in and out. Rebound to Suggs. Jalen Suggs. Left hands up the right side. Cross courts to Wendell Carter Jr. Launches a 3. Misses. Another long rebound to Duncan Robinson. He has 3 boards. Tobias in forecourt. He's averaged 20 so far in this series. Backs on Bane. Turns at the elbow. Turns back to the paint. Fires. It rims out. That was a tough luck miss. Here comes Bane up the right side. Lefty dribble to the lane. Left corner to Suggs. Right corner bounce to Jamal Kane. Against Cade. Deep right to Banchero. He fires and he fills it. He's up and down as a shooter, but he did score 45 the same game Cade scored 45.
Through all the movement, somehow he sprung wide open, had plenty of time to launch that 3.
Pistons trail now 3-2 thanks to Banchero's long gun. Duncan Robinson, left sideline, launches. It's just a little bit short, got his own rebound. Back to the basket. Dumps it to J.D. Jalen Duren will back to the left elbow, send it sideline left to Cade, and the long gun goes. Cade Cunningham with a triple, and the Pistons are up 5-3. Suggs to forecourt. Suggs has it left wing. Jalen Duren chased him out there to Banchero on the right wing. Banchero to the elbow, spins, fires, fills it up. Can tell he's feeling it early, and we're tied at 5. Tobias up the left side, top side of Cade. Bounce on top to JD. Inside for Tobias. The pass was behind him. This is just a little bit out of sync. Bain, top side to Suggs. Quick dish deep to Jamal Cain. Right corner to Banchero against Tobias. Shot clock at 10. Banchero turns to the paint. Double team help from Massard. Knocked the ball away. Hung on to it. He gets the steal. Massard to forecourt. Massard right corners to Duncan Robinson, and he splashes it down from downtown. 8-5 Pistons.
That corner three is where everybody likes to get. Duncan Robinson, I don't think he gets a lot of those, but he was pure on that one.
Orlando inside with the basketball. Pistons knock it out of bounds. Shot clock at 12. .805 to play in the first. The Pistons lead them 8-5. Basket cut by Bain. Cade Cunningham blocked the shot. Cade to forecourt, up the right side. Cade lobs it for JD in a jam. Had to rim hang. He was in a crowd. That's 10-5 Pistons.
That lob between those two guys is a staple for the Pistons, but Orlando's done a good job of taking a lot of that away in this series. Good to see them convert one right there.
I agree. Good to see. Orlando inside for Anthony Black, who's checked in. Had the ball battered away on the baseline. Cade knocked it out of bounds. Shot clock at 11. Suggs inbounds to Banchero, left wing. Banchero to the foul line. Banchero deep right. Anthony Black misses a three. Tobias with a rebound, brings it to forecourt. Left-hand dribble, right side. Gets to the paint. Stops, fires, it's off the heel. This is with some near misses here. Desmond Bain hurries to forecourt for the Magic, and he misses on the left baseline. Some nerves early maybe, and a foul. Duncan Robinson called for the foul. 7:04 to play first quarter. Pistons 10, the Magic 5.
Orlando's 2 of 10 from the field early. I guess compared to what happened in Orlando, some might consider that being hot.
He scored 19 points in the entire second half of Game 6. Shot clock's winding down as Suggs has it left baseline. Wing on the right to Bain. Top side it goes to Banchero, and he banks it in for 3. 10-8.
He has all 8. Good. He is looking good and ready.
And that's important in a Game 7. Appears to be locked and loaded. Cade topside against Bain. Left wing Duncan Robinson. Three-point gun won't go. Rebound comes away to Banchero. Banchero up the left side. Banchero stops, fires for 3, splashes it down over Tobias, and J.B. Bickerstaff's going to take a timeout. They're going to throw some cold water on Paolo Banchero, who is 4 out of 6.
He looked like he did some soul searching over the last couple of days.
Doesn't
he is involved, he is engaged, he is confident. He's got all 11 of their points.
And he is their best player. 6:17 to play first quarter. Timeout taken by the Pistons. The Magic by 1. Thanks to Paolo Banchero, who has all 11 of their points. 11-10 Magic. This is the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
I'm Cade Cunningham. In basketball and in life, it's all about respect. It's about getting respect and giving it. Sam Bernstein Law gets big-time respect for their results, their experience, and their resources. But they give respect, too. By listening, by putting their clients first, by treating every person like family. Getting respect and giving respect. That's the Bernstein advantage.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T, that's what Bernstein means to me. Say Sarah.com, say Sarah.com. Where you gonna
Together, let's drive.
Life is beautiful and fragile. We fall. We get tired. And sometimes we get sick. But with Corewell Health, we are also strong. We fight disease. We battle cancer. We come together. We come back. We push forward. When the body breaks, we break through. Corewell Health. We can.
One timeout break brought to you in part by Kia, an official vehicle sponsor of your Detroit Pistons. Join Pistons Rewards presented by Ticketmaster to secure playoff priority access and the chance to enter for a chance to win a pair of playoff tickets. Earn points with every purchase. Redeem them for exclusive perks, merch, and unforgettable experiences. Head to pistons.com/rewards to join today. Speaking of the playoffs, Piston playoff gear just dropped. Get authentic shirts, hats, jerseys, and more at pistons313shop.com. Detroit style, game time, anytime. Gregory, you can feel the playoff excitement here, can't you?
Oh, it's palpable. And I guess when you look at what Orlando's doing right now, getting 11 points, and they have the lead. Paolo Banchero's 4 of 6. His teammates are 0 for 6. He's not going to score enough points to beat the Pistons by himself. But, George, I agree with what you said. They got to find a solution for him because he's cooking right now. And we know what he's capable of.
Rip Hamilton and Ben Wallace have joined the crowd here. Isaiah and Lynn Thomas are here. Seated with Arn Tellem. Dwayne Casey with a front row view here. Hey, this is Game 7.
George, you might have a shorter list naming the people who aren't here.
Six and 17 to play first quarter. Banchero's unloaded for 11 points. On 4 for 6 and 3 for 3 from downtown. All the Orlando points. Danis Jenkins checks in for the Pistons.
Early rest for Cade Cunningham.
Yeah. Sideline left to Duncan Robinson. Top side to Danis. Danis to the left elbow. Danis turns and fires, and it's in and out. Rebound, Wendell Carter Jr. to Banchero. Paolo Banchero up the right side. Met by Danis on the wing. On top to Suggs. Suggs to the paint. Leaning Glasser. Good for Jalen Suggs, the high school football star from Minnesota. It's 13-10, Orlando. 8 straight for the Magic, but that won't last long. Asar Thompson to the basket for a lefty lay-in on the other end.
Nice to see and needed at this particular time with the Pistons in a bit of a drought. George, I just hope fans appreciate what this guy does for this basketball team. I mean, just a defender supreme all over the place, as you indicated earlier. And I maintain that if he can mix in 10 to 12 points a game with all the rest that he does, then he becomes even that more valuable. That was a big bucket for him, and he gets a free throw now.
So understated. He missed the free throw, but that was a big-time basket. It's 13-12. Orlando by 1. Anthony Black to forecourt. Black up the left side against Duncan Robinson. Gets it back on top, almost lost it to Duncan. Trying to dribble his way into a shot. He hasn't yet. Into the paint to Carter Jr. Now Kane, now left corner Bain. He'll launch and miss. Long rebound to Danis. At midcourt, flips it ahead for Tobias. And a slam! Pistons made all the right plays there. And it was tense. There were defenders everywhere. Pistons 14, Magic 13.
Their first fast break bucket of the game.
Anthony Black to the right baseline. Misses in a crowd. Pistons boarded. Tobias to forecourt. Tobias against Kane. Jamal Kane, a Detroiter. Played at Oakland U after starting at Marquette. Danis Jenkins on the right sideline. Danis Jenkins crosses over twice. To the basket. Left corner Duncan Robinson. Missed the three. JD trying to follow it up, and he was fouled.
A couple of things impressed me right there. First, defensively for Orlando, Wendell Carter Jr. did a heck of a job moving his feet, staying in front of Danis Jenkins, making it tough for him, who was trying to get by him. And then the offensive rebounding position that Jalen Duren continues to get in this game, rebounding in a crowd.
Pistons have 12 rebounds already, over 6 for the Magic. JD has 3. Duncan Robinson has 4.
Jalen Duren has 3 offensive rebounds.
Yeah. Missed that first free throw. He gets another. Duncan Robinson and Tobias will come out. Cade Cunningham's back into the game with Javonte Green. Jalen Duren got 1 for 2 at the stripe. Pistons 15, the Magic 13. 4 and 22 to play in the first. Orlando working the hoop to our left in front of their bench. Anthony Black in the right wing. Top side of Carter Jr. Dribble hands to Bane. Bane down the lane. Throws it up over the rim for Carter Jr. who couldn't get to it. There's a foul. The foul is on Javonte Green.
Pistons are going to argue that that was a pass that Bane flipped up after he was tripped. But the officials are going to give him a shot. And therefore, 2 free throws.
Looked like a pass to me. Officials are talking it over. And Tony Brothers, the lead official,
they're agreeing on
it. No, sir, that's a shot try. Crowd not happy with it. Bane, an excellent shooter at the stripe, rattles the first free throw in. Isaiah Stewart has checked in. You hear the crowd with that stew cheer as Jalen Duren sits down. And Orlando's gone big with a Wagner. Mo Wagner, the 8th-year man from Michigan, checks in. Bane makes 2 free throws. It's 15-15. Cade up the left side against Bane. Backs him toward the elbow. Top side of Danis Jenkins alone for a long gun. It goes. He splashed it down from downtown.
Key to success there, Cade Cunningham backing down and forcing a second defender to come. And waiting until he really committed, and that gave Jenkins all kinds of room and time.
Right, wait until he really committed. That was a good call, Gregory. Kane on the right wing. Kane to the right elbow. Stops, fires, fills it up. Jamal Kane. Went to the Academy of Business and Technology, a cornerstone school in Detroit. Shortens it up to 18-17 Pistons. Cade with a high screen from Stu. Heads for the right wing 2 times. Ball batted away by Anthony Black. Tapped it to Mo Wagner. Black gets it back. Comes up the left side. Cross courts to Bane. Desmond Bane to the basket. Nothing there. Deep right to Jamal Kane. Kane cross courts to Black. Clock at 7. Right corner finally. Mo Wagner hits a 3. That was kind of a desperation shot, but he looked comfortable enough. It's 20-18 Orlando. 2:38 to play in the first. Cade up the right side. Cade spins to the baseline. Hooks, no, but a foul.
Cade's going to kick himself because if he makes that, it's an and one.
And it was 33 to play here in the first quarter. It's game 7 from downtown Detroit. Orlando leading thus far 20-18. This is the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
Piston fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience, especially during the 2026 NBA playoffs, presented by Google. As the official ticket marketplace of the Detroit Pistons and the NBA, Ticketmaster gets you to every round of the playoffs so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles, from seeing your favorite Piston stars up close to being there when the champions are crowned. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring playoff tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Pistons.
It's an exciting season for our Detroit Pistons. But you don't have to play for the team to get the same elite health care that keeps them at their best.
I don't box out defenders in mesh shorts, but my hip is back in the game.
I'm not a Piston, but I'm running on all cylinders after back surgery. I am Henry.
I am Henry.
Henry Ford Health, official team physicians of the Detroit Pistons. Visit henryford.com/teamdocs.
The Detroit Pistons lead the Eastern Conference and sit firmly among the NBA's top teams. Secure your 2026-27 Pistons membership powered by Ticketmaster and lock in playoff priority access. Member-only merchandise discounts and exclusive events like Meet the Team. Head to Pistons.com/memberships to lock in now. This is Detroit basketball all the time.
Now let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Pistons Basketball Network.
That break brought to you in part by Kia, an official vehicle sponsor of the Detroit Pistons. George Blaha with Gregory Kelser in for the ailing Rick Mahorn under the weather today. Nice to work with Greg and see this game 7. I'm sure you'd work this game for nothing, but nice to be here, and it won't cost you anything.
Well, it won't cost me anything, and this is the place to be, clearly, if you're a Detroiter and a sports fan, and a great audience here, and so far, George, a very competitive basketball game.
Yeah. If you thought Orlando might be so frustrated they might just lie down, that has not happened, and the main reason is Paolo Banchero early going. Scored their first 11 points, and they now lead 20-18. Fans dribble, swipe, and score with DMCU's Give Back Checking. Use that debit card 15 times in a month, and DMCU will give you $10. Member NCUA. Restrictions apply. See DMCU.com for more details. Two and 33 to play in the first. We're out of a timeout. Cade Cunningham at the line. Cade outscored Orlando 24-19 in the second half of Game 6. Overall, finished with 32 and 4 steals and a block.
You know, I've said all year that the Pistons have been a tough team to put away. We were saying that time and again during the regular season in games. Well, that came to full fruition and understanding in that Game 6 Friday night. Tough team to put away after they were down 24.
Yeah, amazing. Cade makes 2 free throws. It's 20-20 with 2 and 20 to play in the first. Banchero, forecourt left wing against Javonte Green. And lost it out of bounds. Javonte D'd up, and Orlando turned it over. Cade, slow lefty dribble up the middle, switches the dribble between the rings. Working against Anthony Black. Takes it right wing. Mo Wagner shades over to him, and the pass inside is swiped by Kane to Suggs. Lobs to Black for a jam. Orlando's playing very well so far, and they lead 22-20.
They did that off great defense, and they're really committing 2 defenders to Cade Cunningham almost every time.
Cade left elbow, shot won't fall. Rebound to Anthony Black. Black just got the lob dunk on the other end. Tries to get through the defense. Ball tapped away and out of bounds by Danis Jenkins. Black inbounds to Banchero, left wing. Outside to Mo Wagner. Gives it up, gets it back, went to the basket, shots too hard. Stu with a rebound to Cade, way up to Duncan Robinson, tried to reverse it, got a block by Kane. They rush it up to Black, sideline right, triple try, no. Rebound, Danis Jenkins. Danis flying to the basket. Left sideline, Duncan Robinson. Here's the long gun. It doesn't go. Rebound, Anthony Black. Black to Banchero. Banchero up the right side. Banchero backs in on Danis. Got size on him. To the right baseline to Anthony Black. Down went Duncan Robinson on the left wing. Cade helps him up. Mo Wagner's called for the foul.
Duncan Robinson is 1 for 6 from three-point land, 1 for 7 in this game. But, George, he's the one guy you want to keep shooting. He's getting really good looks, and these are his shots. And if Orlando doesn't address him and he gets hot, it could make a difference.
And an excellent Game 6. Scored 14 points. Cade in the forecourt. Cade, sideline left Javonte Green for a long gun. It won't go. Orlando boards it. Suggs has it up the left side. Dishes it inside for Banchero. Pistons take it away. Go rush it up. Danis Jenkins into the paint to Cade. To the basket. Lays it up lefty. Got it blocked by Suggs. People playing some defense in this one, aren't they?
I'll say. Look at the score. It looks like 1995.
Paolo Banchero, topside against Cade. 6 seconds to play in the quarter. Banchero to the right baseline, to the basket, off the high glass. It won't go. Rebound, Duncan Robinson. Fires from three-quarter court and almost hit the shot clock. That's it. The first quarter is history. Orlando hanging tough. They lead the Pistons 22-20 after one. In Game 7, somebody wins and plays on, somebody loses and goes on vacation. This is the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
Rougiette is helping men take control of their sexual health with Ready, the 3-in-1 ED treatment that works in as fast as 15 minutes. At Rougiette.com, board-certified doctors build your personalized treatment plan with meds shipped discreetly to your door. 100% online, zero judgment. Just ED treatment formulated with proven ingredients. Rougiette, official men's prescription partner of the Detroit Pistons. Get started at Rougiette.com/Pistons. That's RUGIET.com/Pistons.
Did you know StockX started in Detroit? From a small team in 2016 to a global marketplace today. We've stayed true to our roots, built on transparency, driven by culture. Our real-time marketplace gives you access to buy and sell the latest sneakers, streetwear, apparel, and more. From the greatest grails to the hottest drops, every release you're looking for is here, even after it sells out. Built in Detroit. Trusted worldwide. Download the app or sign up online. StockX. Now you know.
I'm Cade Cunningham. In basketball and in life, it's all about respect. It's about getting respect and giving it. Sam Bernstein Law gets big-time respect for their results, their experience, and their resources. But they give respect, too. By listening, by putting their clients first, by treating every person like family. Getting respect and giving respect. That's the Bernstein advantage.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T, that's what Bernstein means to me.
History's masterpieces wouldn't be the same without their most notable accents. Neither would the Kia Sportage without its multiple drive modes. The Kia Sorento without its expansive 12.3-inch panoramic display. Or the Kia Telluride without its 3 rows of spacious seating. The Kia SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
At the end of one, Orlando 22 and the Pistons 20, Game 7, Round 1 from downtown Detroit. That commercial break brought to you by Kia, an official vehicle sponsor of the Pistons. Good defense in the first, Gregory. Nobody shooting as high as 40%.
Well, the defense is definitely intact for both these teams. Shots are very difficult to complete at the basket. There have been a total of, I believe, 7 block shots in the game so far. One of these teams will break out eventually, I'd imagine. But right now, it is being played in very tight quarters.
Lead changes, 5. Times tied, 3. Leading scorers, Paolo Banchero with 11 to lead the Magic. He scored their first 11. Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham, each with 5 to lead the Pistons.
Pistons shooting 35%, Magic shooting 38%. That tells you right there how difficult it is to convert.
Second quarter about to get underway. Pistons with the basketball. Cade moving left to right across the timeline. Cade to the right wing. Right corners to Javonte Green. The give back to Cade on the wing. Goes behind the back to the lane. An up fake on Suggs, and he bought it. Swiped him. Fouled him on the arm. First foul on Jalen Suggs. First foul on either team here in this second quarter. It's a shooting foul.
Magic appeared to be in a zone there, and Cade Cunningham was able to isolate on one single defender in that zone. Little pump fake, get him in the air and foul, and he misses the first free throw. But this is a chess match so far. Sure is.
Cade will try again. Spins it, sends it, scores it. 22-21 Orlando. Just underway, second quarter. Suggs up the right side. Suggs deep on the right wing. Lefty dribble, cross courts with the pass to Carter Jr. The give back to Suggs. Misses a long 3, left wing. Rebound, Javonte Green. Javonte, forecourt, left wing to Asar Thompson. Sideline left to Cade against Banchero. Dumps it inside to Asar. Quick slam for Asar Thompson. Pistons 23, Orlando 22. Just about a minute gone in the second. De Silva's in the ball game for Orlando. Just threw it away. Asar intercepts the pass in the paint. Asar. Left wing to Javonte Green for a downtown gun. It won't go. Banchero with a rebound. Paolo Banchero turns and heads to our left to their hoop in front of their bench. Banchero topside against Cade. Gives it up, gets it back. Shot clock at 11. Banchero starts down the right side. Gets to the baseline. Shot is rejected by Jalen Duren. And they call it a goaltend. Maybe it was on the way down. Then they call a foul on Asar.
After looking at the replay of that shot attempt after the foul call, Banchero's shot, it's arguable that it was still maybe rising as opposed to being on the way down. It wasn't absolutely clear, but they get the call.
Too close for comfort. Banchero's free throw is up and it's in. So a 3-point trip for the Magic. They lead 25-23. Cade, left hands up the middle. Left wing to Asar Thompson. Sideline left to Duncan Robinson. Back to Asar. Back outside to Duncan. He's way behind the three-point line. Gives to Cade. Shot clock at 5. Cade fires left wing for 3, and it's through. It looked like a free throw. Pistons 26, the Magic 25. Asar with a swipe from Suggs at midcourt, gets to the rim and jams. 28-25. Orlando deep to Carter Jr. He scored off the window. His first scratch in the Joe Abramson scorebook is 28-27. Pistons by 1. Cade against Bain. Cade from the lane. 14-footer no, but a foul. Desmond Bain got him. Second on Desmond Bain.
Go back to Asar Thompson's steal. I mean, that guy is such a menace. He's ball hawking the entire time. I don't know anybody that would want to play against him because, you know, George, no matter how good you are, you just don't want somebody clinging to you, hanging to you, bothering, harassing you the entire time. Yeah. He got that steal and got the Pistons another fast break bucket.
Cade's first free throw is around and out. Pistons are now 4 for 8 from the line. Magic 3 out of 3. Second for Cade. Yes, he hits it. 29-27, Pistons by 2. Cade has 10 and 3 assists. Banchero up the middle. Banchero left wing. Banchero puts it down, trying to get to the basket. Can't. Sideline right to Suggs. Long gunning, no. Rebound Jalen Duren. Quickly to Cade. Cade up the left side. Takes it top side. Goes right wing. Back on the left to Tobias. Down the lane for a floating gun. Around and down. Tobias' shots have not been easy in this series. He's averaged 20 anyway. Bain on the other end pulls up for three on the left wing and drains it.
Pistons have to be more alert. Twice now the Magic have taken it out of bounds after a Pistons bucket and scored in like 4 seconds.
Moves down to one. Tobias inside against Bain, top side to Cade. Thought about the three, doesn't take it. Show and go move to the paint, and he was stripped. Bain knocked it away. Banchero has it. Banchero against Cade, mid-left. To the baseline. Fires, fills it up.
He's got quite the array.
Now has 16.
He's got quite the array of shots. That one was a back down turnaround fade. We've seen the three-pointer. Obviously, he can go to the basket and finish. 250 pounds, 6'10", George. That's a load to handle.
Sure is. 8.5 to play in the half. Orlando by 1. Cade up the middle. Cade goes left wing. Winning the right to Duncan Robinson. Carter's got him on the tip of what looks like a zone into the middle to J.D. Shots off the window, no. Off the iron, tip, no. It goes out of bounds to Orlando.
When Jalen Duren gets a wide open shot in this game or this series, George, let me know. I mean, he has been the target from the very beginning of Orlando's pressure. Every time he catches it, there's two defenders all over him, and they've taken him out of this series offensively.
I'm worried about Kane, but more worried about J.D.
Yeah.
Orlando up 1, they have the basketball. Black to forecourt, deep right to Banchero against Cade. Clock at 8. Screen from Carter Jr. Banchero topside, long gun, it goes. Nothing but the bottom.
He's going to get a free throw out of this, too, I believe. One free throw. A foul on the Pistons underneath the basket on the block out.
Duncan Robinson called for a foul. Jamal Cain. Bumped by Duncan, will shoot a free throw. Duncan comes out. Danis Jenkins checks in.
4 points.
8 straight points for Orlando.
4-point opportunity here for them.
Kane misses the free throw. Jalen Duren with a rebound. Here come the Pistons, moving it left to right. Working the hoop to our right in front of the Piston bench. Danis Jenkins on the right wing. High post right to Jalen Duren. Doubles to Cade. Deep left. Here's the long gun. It's off the heel. Tobias with a rebound to J.D. Back to Cade. Clock at 10. Left corner, Tobias steps up, fires, fills it from 15. Big time basket again for Tobias Harris. Carter trying to strangle him, setting a screen for Banchero. Banchero at the foul line. Inside pass picked off by Asar. Asar to Cade. Left wing to Danis Jenkins. Danis to the basket, cutting J.D. for a jam. The crowd's on its feet. The Pistons have tied it up at 35.
That was beautiful. Duren coming down as a trailer and a great no-look pass that fooled everybody from Danis Jenkins. He gets a dunk.
Banchero, forecourt for the Magic. 6:42 to play in the half. We're tied at 35. Deciding game 7, pass inside, batted away. Pistons come up with it. Cade up the left side, stops, guns for 3. It's through! Cade with a long gun. The Pistons have answered an 8-0 run for Orlando with 7 straight of their own. And now they lead 38-35. The Magic will take a timeout. This is the Pistons Playoff Radio Network. Brought to you by Ticketmaster.
It's playoff basketball. You got to do a little bit of everything.
The
intensity levels are at an all-time high. These are the NBA playoffs. Every team looking to make a run.
This is incredible.
Every player looking to make history.
Give me all you got. Let's go.
So tune in, because this is going to be unbelievable.
This is exactly what we want.
The NBA playoffs presented by Google continue on ABC, ESPN, NBC, Peacock, and Prime.
It's an exciting season for our Detroit Pistons. But you don't have to play for the team to get the same elite health care that keeps them at their best.
I don't box out defenders in mesh shorts, but my hip is back in the game.
I'm not a Piston, but I'm running on all cylinders after back surgery. I am Henry.
I am Henry.
Henry Ford Health, official team physicians of the Detroit Pistons. Visit henryford.com/teamdocs.
Together, let's drive.
George Blahab and Gregory Kelser for the ailing Rick Mahorn here courtside for what is looking more and more like it could be a very exciting Game 7. Hey, Game 7s are exciting just because they're Game 7s, Greg, but Orlando came up here with at least the right attitude, the attitude enough to hang tough and make it a difficult game for the Pistons.
You know, their pride obviously scarred the other night, and they had a day and a half to deal with it mentally as a group, as individuals, and it looks like, you know, they put aside what happened, and they've got a game to play today, and they're here giving it their best.
10 lead changes so far in this one, 4 times tied. Piston fans ready for a career that keeps you moving? Element Freight Company hiring drivers now. Great pay, ideal routes, and a team that's got your back. Call 313-590-4887. That's 313-590-4887 today. Get your career in gear with the Element Freight Company. Six and 29 till halftime. The Pistons with a 7-0 run to take a 38-35 lead.
I like the fact that the officials are sort of letting both teams go at it. The physicality is noticeable, George, but it's clean. I mean, there's nothing flagrant or out of line going on here. So they're letting the players dictate, and they're sort of staying out of the way. And that's a good thing right now in a very hotly contested event.
Javon Carter, a dogged defender and a cagey veteran in his 8th year from West Virginia, checks in for the Magic in the backcourt. Just 6-0. Orlando inside to Anthony Black. A double clutch scoop doesn't go. They'll call a foul on Paul Reed, who's just checked in.
Pistons are looking, contemplating, wondering if they should challenge this, and now they will. I mean, without any hesitation, once they got clarification, they are challenging this call on Paul Reed, and I think they're going to win it.
They'll use a challenge, but if they use it properly and they get it to go their way, they feel like it's worth it. If they take a challenge, we'll take a timeout on the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
History's masterpieces wouldn't be the same without their most notable accents. Neither would the Kia Sportage without its multiple drive modes. The Kia Sorento without its expansive 12.3-inch panoramic display. Or the Kia Telluride without its 3 rows of spacious seating. The Kia SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Life is beautiful and fragile. We we fall. We get tired. And sometimes we get sick. But with Corewell Health, we are also strong. We fight disease. We battle cancer. We come together. We come back. We push forward. When the body breaks, we break through. Corewell Health. We can.
Diversified Members Credit Union has been proudly serving Metro Detroit for nearly 100 years. DMCU brings the hustle, shares the wealth, and goes hard in the paint for its members. Whether you're budgeting for everyday life or saving up for your next big play, DMCU is here to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Because when Detroit wins, we all win. Visit DMCU.com to join the team today. That's DMCU.com. Member NCUA.
Pistons with an unsuccessful challenge. That means they don't have any more.
I am really surprised at this as I look at it again and again and again. Now, I just mentioned that, there was some physicality that was being allowed. There was barely a brush there by Paul Reed, and this crowd is very vociferous right now in their protest of that challenge decision. And the worst news is that the Pistons won't have another.
Looked like they might have met midsection to midsection, but barely.
Barely!
That's a chance you take when you challenge. J.B. Bickerstaff going back and forth with Tony Brothers, the lead official. But what's done is done.
What's done is done. I was really sure that would be a successful challenge. I'm stunned that it wasn't. I guess the only explanation is that the very tiny bump, George, came on the shot attempt at the basket. So therefore, Black gets the benefit.
JB still hollering at Tony Brothers.
If you look at this replay, and they're showing it from different angles, from the backside, you can see the tiny, tiny bump. From the front side view, you see nothing.
There's so much that they say what is incidental contact when they look at things again. I'm surprised. Black gets the first free throw to fall. So it's 38-36 Pistons. 6:16 to play here in the first half. Duncan Robinson back in the game with Danis. Black makes both free throws. Paul Reed and Tobias and Assar up front.
If I were commissioner, I'd give you one challenge a half. Either way.
That's not a bad idea. Danis cross court to Duncan Robinson. Long gun left wing won't go. Rebound Mo Wagner. Mo Wagner to Paolo Banchero. Banchero up the right side. Banchero to the foul line. Left wing to Anthony Black. Assar's got him. Clock at 10. Black takes the top side, gives to Banchero. Left sideline. Fires over Paul Reed, who challenged, missed the shot. Mo Wagner with a rebound. Backs on Tobias. Tries to use that size. Tobias took the ball away. And it's out of bounds off the Magic.
That was really good defense against Mo Wagner, the former Big Ten Player of the Year, who used to do a lot of scoring, but he really had no chance on that. He was sized up well, and as he was bringing the ball up to shoot it, Tobias stripped it.
They call a foul on Mo Wagner. Team fouls are 3-3 with 5.5 to play in the half. Cade's coming back for Assar Thompson. I like the move by Jamal Mosley to use Mo Wagner in this one. He's a capable big guy.
Yes, he is. I like the Pistons' move to engage Paul Reed.
Yes.
As they did in those 11, 12 minutes he played the other day were critical.
We have 5 minutes, 30 seconds to play in the first half. We'll set the shot clock at 23, and Paul Reed will inbound to Cade in backcourt. Cade against Anthony Black up the middle. Cade with a crossover. Now another. Gets to the right elbow. Spins. A fadeaway. In and out. Rebound Jamal Cain. Tough shot. Nearly dropped but didn't. Banchero up the right side. Banchero cross courts to Anthony Black against Cade. Top side Javon Carter. Carter left corner to Black. Alone for a gun. It's wide. He missed everything, but it's off the floor to Carter. Shot clock running at 3. Carter left baseline, fires off the iron. Rebound Tobias. But they're going to blow the whistle. Josh Tiven calls a foul on Danis Jenkins.
Well, he and Anthony Black were wrapped up underneath the basket.
Looks like they're ready to slow down.
Yeah. Another 14 seconds, though, for the Magic. Try and take the lead here.
Inbound pass to Wagner on the right wing. Hands to Desmond Bain. Left wing Jamal Cain launches a 3, and it's through.
He's a good player, George.
Got a nice future, doesn't he?
He's getting good young player.
40-38 Orlando. Cade up the right side against Anthony Black. 4.5 to play in the half. Stop and go by Cade. Cade in the lane. In front to Paul Reed. Off the glass with a shot. No. The rebound off the floor. And out of bounds off the Pistons, says Josh Tiven. Orlando's basketball. Carter Jr. in for Mo Wagner, who did a nice job. Jalen Duren's back in for Paul Reed. Anthony Black up the left side. Cross courts to Carter Jr. On top to Desmond Bain. And Cade was just shoved down by Wendell Carter Jr. He's all right.
Cade was determined to get up over the top of that screen by Carter Jr., who tried to roll George before he had fully set the screen, and by being on the move when he made contact with Cade Cunningham, that was an easy call for the official.
Cade to forecourt, shovels it to Tobias on top. Tobias with the drive, gets to the left baseline, shot no, but a foul. That's the third foul on Desmond Bain.
That's a development.
Well, if you're going to have somebody get hot for the Magic, I would bet on Bain. He runs hot and cold, but when he's hot, he is hot. Now he has picked up his third foul.
How about Tobias Harris in this series?
I think he's been phenomenal.
Averaging 20 a game, and comes at a good time because of all the defensive pressure they put on Jalen Duren, taking his points away. Somebody had to pick up that slack, and it has been the veteran.
Making tough shot after tough shot after tough shot. First free throw for Tobias is up and in. Set to send the second with 4:01 to play in the half. In a 1-point game. He nails it. 40-40 now. Game 7. The winner stays alive. Banchero to forecourt. Winning it right to Desmond Bain. Triple try, yes, for Desmond Bain.
Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, if he could be so difficult from distance. He has 8. And the Magic lead by 3. Probably decided, I might get involved, I better score before get me in further trouble. Tobias forecourt. Topside gun won't go. Jalen Duren with a rebound. To Duncan Robinson. Left wing to Danis Jenkins, and he triples. Danis with a big-time basket.
Coming through at the right time. He's 2 of 2 from triple land.
43-43.
Yeah, that extra pass paid off. Bought him extra time from Duncan Robinson.
Banchero on top for Orlando. Sends it back on top to Suggs. Down the lane. Wild running half hook. No. Danis with a rebound. Forecourt to Cade in a hurry. Cade right to the rim. Slapped away by Banchero, but he fouled him. Second on Paolo Banchero. 2:59 till halftime. By the way, Orlando has two former star high school quarterbacks in their starting five, Jalen Suggs and Paulo Banchero. That's a big quarterback there.
You got that right.
At 6'10".
You got that right.
From the Seattle area.
Has there ever been in NFL history, has there ever been a quarterback over 6'6"?
There's certainly not been a 6'10" one, I don't
No,
believe.
no 6'10"ers.
Joe Abramson might have to do some research on that.
It looks like he already knows.
Cade gets 2 free throws. Pistons 45, Orlando 43. Banchero up the left side, left baseline, stops, fires, fills it up. Banchero still burning hot. He has 21. We have 2:43 to play in the half.
That's a problem. And it's really a problem in a tight game if it stays this way.
Cade up the middle, winging it right to Tobias. Launches a three, and it's through! Tobias with the long gun. And the Pistons go up by 3. He has 11. Orlando lobs it inside. Got away from Carter Jr. And it'll be turned over back to the Pistons. $2:15 to play in the half. Cade to forecourt. Bounces it inside of Tobias to the basket. Against a double team. Scores it off the square. Count that baby in a foul. What a play by Tobias. Wendell Carter Jr. fouled him.
He's been the Pistons' second leading scorer in this series. He's their second leading scorer in this game now. Just 2 points behind Cade Cunningham. Cade has 15, Tobias has 13, can make it 14. He has been remarkable, folks.
A man-sized drive for the veteran Tobias Harris.
So Joe Abramson says Dan McGuire, Mark McGuire's brother, played with the Seattle Seahawks and he was 6'8", George. So there's the answer to that question.
Free throw gives the Pistons their biggest lead. They're up 51-45. Orlando with a basketball, 2:04 to play in the half. Banchero has it left corner. Banchero dishes it right corner to Suggs. Bain has it left corner. Bain with clock at 4. Way outside with his pass to Banchero, who misses. But Josh Tiven blows a whistle.
They're taking a look at this, and not because of the foul call, but that the shot clock run out.
The play is being reviewed to see if the foul occurred prior to the expiration of the 21-second shot clock.
And by my estimation, there was still time on that shot clock. So it looks like Carter will get the free throws. George, I was just about to ask you, in a game like this, what is a 6-point lead worth? 10 points? 11 points?
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
It's worth more than 6, that's for sure. And right now, the Pistons have a 6-point lead.
After review, the foul occurs prior to the expiration of the 21-second clock. Therefore, Carter will be on the line for 2 shots.
Wendell Carter Jr. will get a pair of free throws on Jalen Duren's first foul.
It was an airball desperation 3-point heave by Paulo Banchero. But as we've seen many, many times over the course of the years, probably half the air balls are rebounded offensively. Defensive guys are trying to block out and get position. and you're looking for the ball to come off the rim, and it doesn't, and that's when it usually can fall in the hands of an offensive guy for a second attempt, and that's what happened for Carter Jr.
Got the first free throw to go. They take Desmond Bain out with 1:48 to play in the half.
Good move.
With his 3 fouls. Carter Jr. converts at the line.
He hasn't really been a part of this offense, just 2 shot attempts and 1 field goal. Has 4 points now, Carter Jr. He's hit some big shots in this series.
Yes, he has. And he's a big man. Here's Cade up the right side. Cade, left corner to Asar. Leaves it there for Tobias. He's got Suggs on him. Tobias from the left baseline. Corkscrew gun goes! A circus shot for Tobias. He has 16, 14 of them here in the second.
He's made up in his mind in this series that if you're a guard, you switch off on him, you're not going to guard him.
Suggs to the basket with a miss. Kane with a rebound. Throws it back up and in. Taps the rebound outside, but he tapped it to Tobias. Tobias to Cade. Cade up the left side. Left corner Tobias. A long gun. It goes! Tobias Harris with a sensational second quarter. Pistons are up 56-47.
Tobias Harris with a sensational last 2.5 minutes.
He's had a great series. He's absolutely exploded here in the second quarter of this one. To the basket goes Anthony Black for a miss. Hung on the iron, didn't drop. Cade up the right side. Left wing to Duncan Robinson. Robinson to the left baseline. Running Glasser, good. He's so good with those kinds of shots. And now the Pistons are up 11 with 28 seconds to play in the half, and the joint is jumping. Banchero up the middle. Banchero to the basket for a leading scoop off the high glass and a score. 58-49 Pistons. 16.2 seconds to play in the half. Banchero has 23. Tobias will inbound on the end line. Does to Cade. Back to Tobias across the timeline. Right corner to Duncan Robinson. Wing in the right to Tobias against Banchero. 4 seconds on the clock in the first half. The shot won't fall. And with 0.5 of a second to play in the half, reaching for the rebound, Jalen Duren knocked down by Jalen Suggs, and they call the foul.
He'll get free throws out of this with 0.5 on the clock. So the Pistons have a good chance here to lead by double digits here going into halftime.
Jalen Duren at the line to the right. First free throw, yes, he hits it. JD has 8 and 8 rebounds. And the Pistons now lead 59-49. 0.5 of a second to play in the half. Second one rattled, and it went. Orlando to Suggs at the timeline.
Suggs twisted his ankle, George. Suggs just twisted his ankle or something.
Trying to throw it up from half court. He's hurt, he's down. They want to review the play to see exactly what happened to Jalen Suggs.
The play at the end of the period is being reviewed for a potential hostile act.
Well, if it is a foul, it's 3 free throws, but Jalen Suggs, he may be able to shoot the free throws, but I don't know if he's going to be able to continue.
Here's the thing. The clock is out. The clock is out, and there's no hostile act there. Cade Cunningham went up in the air, came down, and he came down on the ankle of Suggs, but the clock had run out.
Here's the announcement shortly from
After
Tony
review,
Brothers.
there is no foul on the play. Therefore, the period is over. The offensive player kicks his foot back, which causes the contact with the defender. The halftime.
Decisions. Tony Brothers made that one. And the Pistons at the half lead 60-49. An explosive second quarter from Tobias Harris and company. Orlando came to play and played well. But thanks to Tobias Harris's 17 second quarter points, the Pistons have a 60-49 halftime lead. This is the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
It's an exciting season for our Detroit Pistons. But you don't have to play for the team to get the same elite health care that keeps them at their best.
I don't box out defenders in mesh shorts, but my hip is back in the game.
I'm not a Piston, but I'm running on all cylinders after back surgery. I am Henry.
I am Henry.
Henry Ford Health, official team physicians of the Detroit Pistons. Visit henryford.com/teamdocs.
See the future of basketball with the Motor City Cruise, the official G League affiliate of the Detroit Pistons. Enjoy high-energy action, family-friendly fun, giveaways, free parking, and mascot appearances at Wayne State Fieldhouse. Create a family tradition with the 2026-27 membership today at cruisebasketball.com/membership. Piston fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience, especially during the 2026 NBA playoffs, presented by Google. As the official ticket marketplace of the Detroit Pistons and the NBA, Ticketmaster gets you to every round of the playoffs so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles, from seeing your favorite Piston stars up close to being there when the champions are crowned. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring playoff tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Pistons.
Rougiette is helping men take control of their sexual health with Ready, the 3-in-1 ED treatment that works in as fast as 15 minutes. At Rougiette.com, board-certified doctors build your personalized treatment plan with meds shipped discreetly to your door. 100% online, zero judgment, just ED treatment formulated with proven ingredients. Rougiette, official men's prescription partner of the Detroit Pistons. Get started at Rougiette.com/Pistons. That's RUGIET.com/Pistons.
Did you know StockX started in Detroit? From a small team in 2016 to a global marketplace today. We stay true to our roots, built on transparency, driven by culture. Our real-time marketplace gives you access to buy and sell the latest sneakers, streetwear, apparel, and more. From the greatest grails to the hottest drops, every release you're looking for is here, even after it sells out. Built in Detroit. Trusted worldwide. Download the app or sign up online. StockX. Now you know.
This is the Detroit Pistons halftime show on the Pistons Radio Network. Here's Mike Champion and Jeremy Otto.
Halftime, thanks to Belfort Property Restoration. 60-49, the Pistons have the lead. Let's kick it courtside to Mark Champion for the recap of that first half.
Well, how about that second quarter? The Pistons with a 40-point second period, shot 56%, hit 5 of 10 from long range, and 9 of 11 at the free throw line. But the story is Tobias Harris, and we have talked about how well he has played in this playoff series, and he has shown that once again as he comes up with a 17-point second period on 6 of 8 shooting. 2 of them were triples, went 3 for 3 at the free throw line, also picked up a block shot along the way. So Tobias in this first half is 7 of 11, 19 points total with 4 rebounds. And I'll tell you what a first half that he has played for Detroit. And Jeremy, we mentioned, I talked to some folks here about how important that Tobias has been, and it's just incredible. I mean, you got to give Orlando credit. They came to play. We were concerned, okay, how will they come off of that embarrassing loss in Orlando. Well, they came to play, and in particular, Paulo Banchero, who scored the Magic's first 11 points to start the game and finished with 23 at halftime, 4 triples, had 5 rebounds, 3 assists. So Banchero playing extremely well. But the X factor for Detroit is Tobias Harris.
Well, it's good to see him knock down a couple huge threes there as well, because, you know, the three ball, 42%, you look down, that's what the Pistons are shooting. Magic are shooting 44% at this point as well. But, you know, if the Pistons are going to continue to, you know, mount up some of these games as they advance with a win here today, they're going to face some better three-point shooting teams, definitely, than the Magic.
Well, I'm not worried about that, to be honest with you. The Pistons were not a three-point shooting team throughout the season. And how did they make that up? They got to the free throw line a lot, and they turned teams over. They were number 1 in the NBA in turning teams over and getting points off turnovers. They were also number 1 in points in the paint. So I think you have to be careful not to be too overly concerned about three-point shooting.
How about these two stats as well? Wendell Carter, he was making a huge impact on this series in the early games. He's minus 18 in this first half. Meanwhile, Jalen Duren is plus 18.
Yeah, JD's played well. This is his best game. 9 points, 8 boards, had a steal, a little under 18 minutes of action. You know what's been interesting is to see the rotation of the bigs. He brought in Isaiah Stewart, but Stewart only played 4 minutes and 8 seconds and just had 1 rebound. Then he went to Paul Reed. Reed did not score, played a little over 2 minutes, but it'll be interesting to see in the second half. Is that going to be the same combination that he uses? Start out with Duren, go to Stu, and then bring in Paul Reed. Will he use all 3 of them? Did in the first half. You know, Cade is Cade, 15 points and 9 assists. So good stuff from him, as you would expect. 8 3-pointers by Orlando in that opening half, but the Pistons had 8 out of 19. Rebounding in this game. The Pistons getting second chance points, 6 offensive rebounds, 13 second chance points, and they have an 18-10 lead in points in the paint, to my point about not being overly concerned about three-point shooting.
Well, Suggs, a definite storyline to track. I mean, he hasn't had a good game again, really. 1 for 5 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3. He's played 18 minutes. He's minus 13 himself, but that didn't look great right there at the end of the half.
Yeah, I mean, they're usual suspects. Banchero and Desmond Bane are playing well for him. You know, the X factor here, Duncan Robinson is just 1 for 7 from three-point range, so he has struggled. But everybody else is 7 at 12, so they're getting it done. Dana's hitting a couple of 3 balls. Cade's hit 3, and as you mentioned, Tobias with a couple, so they're making it up there. So 11-point lead heading to the second half, and we'll see. I mean, I feel good about this. The Pistons have held off Orlando. The Magic really haven't had much of a run. Their biggest lead has only been 4 points.
Yeah, you talked about Paul Reed coming in as well. He came in, immediately committed that foul that was reviewed there by J.B. Bickerstaff. I thought it was a really good challenge. It didn't even look like he really touched them. But my point, I guess, in bringing that up, I thought that would kind of trigger, the Pistons' flurry and start to pull away. It was a 3-point game. They'd start to hit some shots at that point, but it was a few minutes later in the end where they were able to make their mark.
Yeah, I honestly didn't see what they saw back in Secaucus. Looking at that, that didn't look like anything to me, but, they called it, and fans let them know what they thought. This building, by the way, has been crazy. I mean, these fans have been fantastic. They went, especially when the Pistons make their runs. When Unk got going, I mean, this place was going crazy.
Yeah, 19 points for Unk. He's 7 of 11, 2 for 4 from 3, 4 rebounds as well in that first half. Mark and I will take a look around the league after this. Pistons have a 60-49 advantage here at the half on the Pistons Radio Network.
Club Keno Tripler Time is back, and some folks still have a few questions. So it's time for another round of CK Q&A.
Is there a Tripler Time dress code?
We call it Keno Casual.
Oh, do I need 3 friends to play Tripler Time?
No, but the more the merrier.
During Tripler Time, is it important to stay hydrated?
Yes. 3 cheers for Club Keno. This month, random tickets will be printed with a doubler or tripler message. Find one, and all your prizes will be doubled or tripled. Club Keno Tripler Time. Available on all Club Keno tickets only from the Michigan Lottery. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
Did you know StockX started in Detroit? From a small team in 2016 to a global marketplace today. We stay true to our roots, built on transparency, driven by culture. Our real-time marketplace gives you access to buy and sell the latest sneakers, streetwear, apparel, and more. From the greatest grails to the hottest drops, every release you're looking for is here, even after it sells out. Built in Detroit. Trusted worldwide. Download the app or sign up online. StockX. Now you know.
Is your home budget stretched too thin for replacement windows? Not with Wallside. We're stretching out your time to pay with 82 months, 0 interest. Plus half off every window. 82 months, 0 interest means lower monthly payments, so you can afford a whole house of new windows. Call for 82 months, 0 interest with no down payment. Wallside Windows, the home for affordable quality. 1-800-521-7800 or go to wallside.com.
I'm Cade Cunningham. In basketball and in life, it's all about respect. It's about getting respect and giving it. Sam Bernstein Law gets big-time respect for their results, their experience, and their resources. But they give respect, too. By listening, by putting their clients first, by treating every person like family. Getting respect and giving respect. That's the Bernstein advantage.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T, that's what Bernstein means to me.
Halftime brought to you by Belfour Property Restoration. The Pistons up on the Orlando Magic in Game 7 here. 60-49 is your score. They had a nice 20-6 run right at the end of that first half of play. Paulo Banchero had 12 in the second quarter, 17 for Tobias Harris, 10 for Cade Cunningham as well, along with 7 of his 9 assists to this point. Pistons looking pretty here at halftime. We'll see what happens in the second half in just a couple minutes here. Take a look around the league. Only one other game coming up. It's 7:30. Game 7 between the Raptors and the Cavaliers as well after a buzzer beater in overtime by Toronto. It was R.J. Barrett who knocked it in. Their leading scorer, Brandon Ingram, still doubtful for Toronto with that right heel injury. He missed last game as well, and point guard Emmanuel Quickley has already been ruled out. He hasn't played the whole series with that right hamstring strain. Couple games coming up tomorrow. Game 1 between Philly and New York. Game 1 between the Timberwolves and the Spurs. A doubleheader on ESPN in that one as well. Pistons trying to close this baby out at home. 60-49 is our score. Back to George and company after this here on the Pistons Radio Network.
Piston fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience, especially during the 2026 NBA playoffs, presented by Google. As the official ticket marketplace of the Detroit Pistons and the NBA, Ticketmaster gets you to every round of the playoffs so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles, from seeing your favorite Piston stars up close to being there when the champions are crowned. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring playoff tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Pistons. Your Detroit Pistons are Central Division champions for the first time since 2008. Now be a part of the excitement as they make their run in the 2026 NBA playoffs and bring that all-dog energy back to Little Caesars Arena. Head to Ticketmaster.com/Pistons. Secure your spot right now. You already know. This is Detroit basketball. All dog.
Club Keno Tripler Time is back, and some folks still have a few questions. So it's time for another round of CK Q&A.
Is there a Tripler Time dress code?
We call it Keno Casual.
Oh, do I need 3 friends to play Tripler Time?
No, but the more the merrier.
During Tripler Time, is it important to stay hydrated?
Yes. 3 cheers for Club Keno. This month, random tickets will be printed with a doubler or tripler message. Find one, and all your prizes will be doubled or tripled. Club Keno Tripler Time. Available on all Club Keno tickets only from the Michigan Lottery. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
History's masterpieces wouldn't be the same without their most notable accents. Neither would the Kia Sportage without its multiple drive modes. The Kia Sorento without its expansive 12.3-inch panoramic display. Or the Kia Telluride without its 3 rows of spacious seating. The Kia SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Now let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Pistons Basketball Network.
$60-49 is our lead for the Pistons here at halftime, brought to you by Belfour Property Restoration. Joined back by the guys courtside now, and, George and Greg, quite the end to that first half. Pistons got to find a way to, take that right over to the third quarter now.
Well, that 20-6 run brought the crowd to its feet, those who hadn't already been standing for the entire first half. And so now it's down to one more half, keep the lead, and move on. And Gregory, I've been impressed with Orlando, so I've especially been impressed with the way the Pistons have stood up to the Magic.
The Pistons have been themselves. This is the way they pretty much played all year. They hang in there, they endure, and then at some point they can hit you with a run that puts separation in between you and the opponent. This game was waiting for a burst. It came late. Fortunately, it was the Pistons that had it, and now they get to work with a third quarter lead of 11 points and see if they can build on it.
Tobias Harris with 11 points for his part of a 20-6 first half finish.
George, he has been sensational. He has been consistent. He has been a leader, and he has been trustworthy. Tobias Harris. Where would they be without him?
Well, you need a secondary scorer, and he has been that guy and then some. Jalen Duren playing better and better all along, but it's clear that Orlando has gone out of their way to take him out of the Pistons' offense.
He's getting under 8 shots a game in this series. He's shooting 52%, which isn't bad. He usually shoots around 65, but because there's such a crowd around him when he gets it, not only are his percentage numbers down, his shot numbers are down, but I maintain, that's respect. He's got to figure out a way to be impactful, and doing it on the glass, I think, is a good way. He has 8 rebounds in the first half.
Nice job. All right, here come the Pistons in their home whites, working the hoop to our left in front of the Magic bench. The 20-6 run makes it 60-49 Pistons, just underway second half. Jalen Suggs appears to be all right. He's starting the second half for the Magic. Pistons inside to Cade, left-hand scoop, and a score! That was not an easy shot.
I was going to say the same thing. It wasn't easy because Carter was right there defending, and Cade had to put it in the left hand and reach out to get it up.
Man. Pistons 62, the Magic 49. Banchero, forecourt, wing in the right, gets to the foul line. Knocked away by Jalen Duren. Pistons on the run. Duncan Robinson, left wing, long gun, no. Rebound comes away to Banchero. Paolo Banchero to the elbow. Top side to Carter Jr., back to Banchero on the left sideline. Working against Asar. Top side pass, swiped by Duncan Robinson to the basket for a jam. Being chased by Desmond Bane. Desmond didn't catch him, and a quick dunk by Duncan Robinson put an end to that anyway.
That was beautiful. Defense first, Duncan Robinson.
Wendell Carter Jr. gets the deuce back from behind the foul line on the other end. It's 64-51. Pistons to forecourt. Cade on the right wing. Cade, topside Duncan Robinson, left wing to Tobias. On the floor against Jamal Cain. Left baseline to Asar, back to Tobias. Gets to the foul line, fires that shot, was blocked by Cain. Comes down to Desmond Bane.
Next time, Tobias will pump fake Cade, and he'll go in the air and
sure,
maybe commit a foul.
Banchero inside, poked away from behind by Tobias. To Cade. Cade up the left side. Cade bumped and fouled by Banchero. He bought a pump fake, and Banchero picks up his third foul. Third foul on Bencaro. First team foul either way so far in the third. Pistons inbound to Duncan Robinson. Inside for J.D. Short hook, down deep, missed it. Rebound comes away to Desmond Bain. Baines bounces topside to Carter Jr. Left wing to Suggs. Gives to Carter Jr. Misses from 16. Rebound to Cade. Pistons are up 13. Cade to forecourt. 9.5 to play in the third. Cade between the rings. Cade crosses over on the left wing. Fires. It won't fall. Rebound comes down to Carter Jr. Lost it. Cade has it topside. Misses a triple try. And Suggs pulls the rebound down.
This is with ample opportunities to grow this 13-point lead.
Bencaro. Left corner to Carter Jr. Back to Bencaro on the left sideline. Launches a three. It won't go through. Rebound, Tobias Harris. On his back went Carter Jr. Pistons rush it up. J.D. shot from in front. Blocked from behind by Bencaro. Squirts out to Duncan Robinson. Misses a three left wing. Rebound out of bounds. They're going to say it's off Wendell Carter Jr.
George, Pistons just got 3 chances, 2 at the basket and a wide open three-pointer by Duncan Robinson to extend this lead. They have not yet, but they have the basketball and they can get a 4th try on this sequence.
Put it in Tobias' hands, and they do. They'll send it right corner to Duncan Robinson. Back foul line of Tobias. Couple of dribbles and a shot's going to be short. And the rebound tapped to Jalen Suggs. Suggs up the right side. Topside Carter Jr. Bounces it left wing to Paolo Bencaro. Clock at 11. Bencaro to the paint. Fires from in front. It's off the heel. Cade with a rebound. Cade up the middle. Stop and go to the rim. Slams it. Softly with the left hand.
And he's got a...
And now the Pistons are up 66 to 51. The lead pushed up to 15. Orlando takes timeout. 8:13 to play in the third.
They never closed the gaps on Cade Cunningham. There were 4 defenders back for Orlando. Cade was the lone Piston offensive player, and he had the basketball. But, George, there were gaps there, and he was able to exploit one of them and get all the way to the basket for a left-hand dunk.
That's a smart player leading his team. 19 now for Cade and 8 assists. And a 66-51 Piston lead with 8:13 to play in the third. This is the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
I'm Cade Cunningham. In basketball and in life, it's all about respect. It's about getting respect and giving it. Sam Bernstein Law gets big-time respect for their results, their experience, and their resources. But they give respect, too. By listening, by putting their clients first, by treating every person like family. Getting respect and giving respect. That's the Bernstein advantage.
R-E-S-P-C-T, that's what Bernstein means to me.
Life is beautiful and fragile. We fall. We get tired. And sometimes we get sick. But with Corewell Health, we are also strong. We fight disease. We battle cancer. We come together. We come back. We push forward. When the body breaks, we break through. Corewell Health. We can.
Is your home budget stretched too thin for replacement windows? Not with Wallside. We're stretching out your time to pay with 82 months, 0 interest. Plus half off every window. 82 months, 0 interest means lower monthly payments, so you can afford a whole house of new windows. Call for 82 months, 0 interest with no down payment. Wallside Windows, the home for affordable quality. 1-800-521-7800 or go to Wallside.com.
The winner of this one plays on. And the Pistons are the leaders in this one, 66-51 with 8:13 to play in the third. Playoff tickets are on sale right now. Don't miss out on the electric all-dog energy at Little Caesars Arena. Secure your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com/Pistons.
George, if I look at the game right now, there are some numbers that will attest to why the Pistons are up right now by 15 points. They're taking care of the basketball, folks. Just 3 turnovers. That's right. 3 turnovers in the entire game so far. The Magic have 12, and the Pistons have scored 14 points off of them, and they've gotten out on the break for 14 fast break points. They're rebounding the basketball. They got a 5-rebound edge on the Magic and 9 offensive rebounds, good for 13 second chance points. So all those little hustle gadgets right there, the Pistons are prevailing, and that is why, of course, the great defense, that's why they're winning this game.
Pistons came from behind in 2003 in round 1 to beat these Orlando Magic. And 2 of the 3 guys who were stars in that game, 2 of the 5 guys, I really should say, Rip Hamilton and Ben Wallace, seated in front of us here in downtown Detroit.
You know what I remember, and a lot of folks remember about that series, when Orlando got up 3-1, Tracy McGrady, their star, so famously said, it'll be good to get to the second round finally. They hadn't gotten there yet. They didn't get there.
Back to the action. Orlando's in a little bit of deep water here. Pistons lead them 66-51. They go inside, unable to convert. The Suggs, Cade got a hand on that shot.
From behind.
Cade up the right side. Cade on the wing. Cade bothered by Suggs. To the top side. Into the paint. It goes to Asar. Left corner Tobias. It's on the way. It's down. When Tobias shoots it, you almost should book it. That's a 3. He has 22. And the Pistons lead 69-51. Bain inside for Black. Left wing to Suggs. Open gun. In and out. JD with a rebound.
Suggs came into this game shooting 28% from triple land. He was 12 out of 50. His
had to give him that shot.
Continue.
Here is Cade down the lane. Guns on the run. It goes. And that makes it 71-51. Pistons by 20. Still 6:55 to play in the third. The joint is jumping in downtown Motown. Suggs trying to get to the right basket from the baseline. Shoots the pass, sideline left to Carter Jr. Missed the shot. Rebound comes to Banchero. Tried to get it airborne, knocked away and out of bounds by Asar Thompson.
What was that line Rick Mahorn always had? No free chili?
Yes.
Well, definitely no free chili. In fact, the Magic having to pay a surtax on it.
Yes, sir.
Nothing easy for them coming in this game, folks.
The Pistons have just been rock solid from the start. Suggs comes out. Javon Carter checks in. Carter will trigger from the right baseline. Shot clock at 10. Outside for Carter Jr. Hands to Anthony Black. Black against Duncan Robinson. Right wing to Carter. Missed the 3. Rebound Banchero. Back up and in. Looked around. His best shot was to turn around and score it himself, which he did. He has 25. 71-53. Where would they be without Banchero?
He's their only player in double figures.
Jalen Duren, wing on the right to Asar Thompson. Left wing to Danis Jenkins. As Cade rests. Danis fires for 3. It's off the front rim. A rebound to Anthony Black. Black up the left side. Top side of Banchero. Banchero cross course to Desmond Bain against Asar. Bain to the right baseline. Floats it up, fills it up. He's got Asar behind him. He has only 10, but stay tuned. 71-55. He's a worrisome player with a great touch, who can get burning hot. Duncan Robinson for the Pistons has a top side. Left wing to Tobias. Clock's at 6. Tobias to the lane. Ball batted away, and Banchero scoops it up.
Pistons don't want to get careless here.
Anthony Black knocks it away to Banchero. Here's Banchero starting down the line. And Tobias with a bump. And we got a whistle. And a Piston foul. The first foul on Tobias Harris.
20-point leads. They don't mean what they used to in this league anymore.
You're right.
So you have to keep playing, and you have to stay with a high level of concentration.
Paolo Banchero hits the first free throw. 71-56 Pistons. 5 and 12 to play in the third. Second one's off the heel. Rebound is off the floor to Asar Thompson. You wouldn't expect anything else, would you? Here's Asar backing up the left side. Looks against Anthony Black, and he did not quite beat the 8-second count. J.B. Bickerstaff lets him know about it, too.
Yeah, messing around. Get the ball up the floor is what he's saying. Move it, pass it, The defensive pressure of Orlando
that
is
8-second count
up.
Could be very problematic.
Oh, it's real when there's pressure.
Banchero on top. Banchero down the left side. Banchero off the high glass and good.
George,
7 straight points.
Yeah, that 20-point lead, not 20 anymore.
It's 71-58 Pistons. They'll take a timeout. A 7-0 run for the Magic with 4:52 to play here in the third. This is the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
Diversified Members Credit Union has been proudly serving Metro Detroit for nearly 100 years. DMCU brings the hustle, shares the wealth, and goes hard in the paint for its members. Whether you're budgeting for everyday life or saving up for your next big play, DMCU is here to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Because when Detroit wins, we all win. Visit DMCU.com to join the team today. That's DMCU.com. Member NCUA.
Together, let's drive.
It's an exciting season for our Detroit Pistons. But you don't have to play for the team to get the same elite health care that keeps them at their best.
I don't box out defenders in mesh shorts, but my hip is back in the game.
I'm not a Piston, but I'm running on all cylinders after back surgery. I am Henry.
I am Henry.
Henry Ford Health, official team physicians of the Detroit Pistons. Visit henryford.com/teamdocs.
That commercial break brought to you by Kia, an official sponsor of your Detroit Pistons. Secure your 26-27 Pistons membership powered by Ticketmaster to lock in playoff priority access, member-only merchandise discounts, and exclusive events like Meet the Team. Head to pistons.com/memberships to lock in right now. And see the future of basketball with the Motor City Cruise, the official G League affiliate of the Pistons. Great place to watch a game. Wayne State Fieldhouse, high-energy action, family-friendly fun, giveaways, free parking, and mascot appearances. Create a family tradition for the 26-27 membership today at cruisebasketball.com/membership.
Did you say free parking?
Isn't that great?
How about that? Not many things free anymore.
Exactly. George Blaha with Special K, Gregory Kelser. In downtown Detroit at Little Caesars Arena, the Pistons trying to put away the Orlando Magic. Yes, they trailed 3-1 in this series. So did Philly, and they came back to beat Boston.
That's right.
Isaiah Thomas just introduced to the crowd here. And Vinnie Johnson and James Edwards shown on camera. Members of the first Pistons championship group, the Bad Boys.
They're trying to stir this crowd up a little bit. Pistons maybe could use some energy from the crowd here.
Danis Jenkins up the left side for the Magic. They're on a 7-0 run. Piston lead is now 13. It was 20. Cade, right corners to Asar, wing on the right to Danis Jenkins, stops on the baseline, fires, fills it up.
Danis is having a nice night.
A nice shot for Danis.
Nice afternoon, I guess.
He is 3 for 5 for 8, plus 2 rebounds and 2 assists.
That was a big bucket because it
Yeah.
shuts down that run that was 7-0 and trying to build.
Banchero, forecourt, left wing to the left baseline. Right corners to Carter. Try to get it topside to Black. Pistons tap it, but Orlando has it. Banchero baseline left for the miss.
Great defense.
Danis with the rebound.
All 5 guys, great defense that time to help get that stop.
Cade up the left side. Cade to the foul line. Leans and fires and fills it up. 75-58 Pistons. 3 and 48 to play in the third.
Guess that timeout worked, huh?
Yeah, Anthony Black, outside of Carter Jr. Left wing to Banchero. Left sideline to Tristan De Silva. Now Banchero has it on top. Banchero working against Cade. Has that 6'10" to use against him. Off to De Silva. He lobs it to Carter Jr. Pistons knock it out of bounds. 0.8 of a second on the shot clock.
Carter Jr. was expecting a bounce pass or a shovel pass. De Silva gave him a lob pass, which he was not expecting nor ready to go after. And Ashar Thompson was able to come in and knock it away in the very little time on that shot clock.
Anthony Black. Looking the right to De Silva. Lets a three-point gun fly. It's way too long. And that's a shot clock violation. This guy has some ugly misses, and that has some good-looking makes. Tristan De Silva in his second year. And the Pistons go against him. Pistons are up 75-58. Cade topside. Here's the long gun. It goes. Pistons starting to put the pedal to the metal now, late in the third. They're up 20 again.
They just matched Orlando's 7-0 run with one of their own.
Carter up the right side. It ends up in the hands of De Silva, left wing. Left sideline to Banchero against Asar. And the Pistons are guilty of an illegal defense. 3 in the lane without guarding.
Must have been on Isaiah Stewart. Looking at the conversation, a pretty stern one between he and Cade Cunningham about positioning.
And Banchero misses the first free throw. That's not his forte. That was a one-and-done trip to the stripe because of the illegal defense call.
Are you a little surprised that he stepped to the free throw line to take that technical?
Yeah.
I am too.
Shows his confidence in this game. They inbound to Banchero against Javonte Green. On the left wing with him. Pulls his way to in front, and the Glasser goes for Banchero. He used that 6'10" and 250. He has 30.
He is talented, folks.
Pistons 78, Orlando 60. Cade against Black. Left wing to Asar Thompson, gives back to Cade. Clock at 10. Black trying to get up in his face. Cade has it taken away on the blind side by Desmond Bane. The Black forecourt to Banchero. Banchero on top to Desmond Bane, gets it back on the right wing. Clock's at 12. Crosses over to the foul line and draws a foul. It's on Cade, says Mitchell Irvin.
Will they give him a shot? That's the debate right now. Or will this be out on the side?
We're going to do this on the sideline for Orlando.
Tobias checking back in for the Pistons.
So we return.
They're going to take it out on the on the sideline. Orlando was hoping for a foul. Certainly Banchero was.
Black will trigger from the right sideline. Over Danis. Way outside to Banchero. Clock at 11. Leaves it there for Desmond Bain. The clock's at 8. Wide left to Mo Wagner. Back to Bain. Wing on the right to Anthony Black. He'll rise and fire. It's all air and out of bounds.
What a challenge defensively by Danis Jenkins. He was all up in Black's face that time. There was no way he was going to make that shot.
He is so energized in this one. What a find. That's a reason to go watch the Motor City Cruise. That's where he came from. 78-60. The Pistons lead it, and they have it. Less than 2 to play in the third. Must win Game 7 for both these teams. Cade to the right wing in forecourt. Whistle and a foul. It's on Wagner. Or is it on Anthony Black? It's on Anthony Black. Cade will inbound from the left sideline. Black complaining to Mitchell Irvin, the official. Top side it goes for Tobias. Left corner, Danis Jenkins. Danis bothered by Kane. Low left to Tobias. The turn and gun goes over Black. There was resistance, but it looked like there wasn't any. 2 dozen for Tobias. What a game. Banchero, forecourt, left corner, misses. Contested by Tobias. The rebound comes off to Jamal Kane. He falls out of bounds. They say he was pushed by Tobias.
Tobias Harris has been guarded by a lot of different guys in this game. Most recently, Anthony Black. Didn't matter. Turn around 14 feet away on the baseline. And I don't know if Tobias just gave the too small sign or not, but when it comes to guarding him tonight, everybody's been too small.
9 for 16 for Tobias, plus 8 rebounds to go with his 24 points. Cade will rest. Orlando to Jamal Kane, left corner, left wing to Banchero. Duncan Robinson got him on the arm, they're going to say. He gets the foul. Banchero's at the free throw line. First free throw for Paolo Banchero. Up and it's in. George Blaha with Gregory Kelser and Joe Abramson, our statistician, courtside in downtown Detroit with our engineer Tim Jetski. Banchero deposits both free throws. So it's 80-62 Pistons, 1:07 to play in the third. This is Game 7. Winner go on vacation. Pistons inside to Stu. Baby hook, and he hits it. Offensive foul called on Stu.
Wagner did a nice job of getting himself securely outside of the restricted area. Got the contact from Stewart and sold it, and it saves Orlando a bucket.
Orlando to Desmond Bain on top. Wagner screen. Bain to the basket for a scoop. No. Tapped outside and recovered, or almost recovered on the sideline for Banchero. He lost it out of bounds.
The Pistons, if they elect, can get 2 for 1 here. But unless something really, because they're not fluid right now offensively, George. So I would work to get a good shot and not worry so much about the clock.
See what happens. Duncan Robinson, top side of Tobias. Tobias lobs it to Stu, touches it up, it's in and out. Rebound to Banchero.
Stewart was in an awkward position when he caught that lob, sort of sideways to the basket. But I thought he had time to catch it, come down, and go back up.
Maybe so. Banchero to forecourt. Shot clock at inside 10. Has it on the left wing. Banchero against Tobias, who's staying in front of him. Banchero to the left baseline. And we'll get a whistle. And the Danis Jenkins foul on Wagner.
Coming into this game, Wagner had only played 3 minutes in the entire series.
Wagner's first free throw is up and it's in. They called that foul on Isaiah Stewart.
Off the ball.
Yeah. Not on Danis Jenkins. Wagner's first free throw is up and it's in. 5 seconds left in the third. Second on the way. Yes. 80-64. Pistons in a hurry. 2 seconds. 1. Danis topside. Got it away in time. And he hits it. The Pistons trying to suck the air out of Orlando. Big time basket for Danis Jenkins. A 3 with time running out here in the third. Got it away in time, and he got nothing but net. It's 83-64 Pistons at the end of 3. Officials will check to make sure he got it away in time, but he did.
Oh, he got it away in time.
And it's a 3.
After review,
and the Pistons now lead 83-64. One more quarter to go, and they'll be on to round 2. This is the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
Piston fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience. Especially during the 2026 NBA playoffs, presented by Google. As the official ticket marketplace of the Detroit Pistons and the NBA, Ticketmaster gets you to every round of the playoffs so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles, from seeing your favorite Piston stars up close to being there when the champions are crowned. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring playoff tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Pistons.
History's masterpieces wouldn't be the same without their most notable accents. Neither would the Kia Sportage without its multiple drive modes. The Kia Sorento without its expansive 12.3-inch panoramic display. Or the Kia Telluride without its 3 rows of spacious seating. The Kia SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Club Keno Tripler Time is back, and some folks still have a few questions. So it's time for another round of CK Q&A.
Is there a Tripler Time dress code?
We call it Keno Casual.
Oh, do I need 3 friends to play Tripler Time?
No, but the more the merrier.
During Tripler Time, is it important to stay hydrated?
Yes. 3 cheers for Club Keno. This month, random tickets will be printed with a doubler or tripler message. Find one, and all your prizes will be doubled or tripled. Club Keno Tripler Time. Available on all Club Keno tickets only from the Michigan Lottery. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
Diversified Members Credit Union has been proudly serving Metro Detroit for nearly 100 years. DMCU brings the hustle, shares the wealth, and goes hard in the paint for its members. Whether you're budgeting for everyday life or saving up for your next big play, DMCU is here to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Because when Detroit wins, we all win. Visit DMCU.com to join the team today. That's DMCU.com. Member NCUA.
Fourth quarter coming up here, and the Pistons are working to put away the Orlando Magic. They lead them 83-64 as we start the fourth. They had 3 20-point leads, Gregory. Danis Jenkins finished the third. Pistons hoping that finishes off Orlando. He hit a 3 with time running out.
Well, I'll say this much. I don't see the Pistons collapsing the way Orlando did down in Florida 2 days ago. But you still have to play this quarter. You want to play it smartly and defensively, as you have for the first 3 quarters here.
Orlando tries to go inside to Carter Jr. Duncan Robinson knocked it away. He makes plays. Duncan Robinson. Cade to forecourt, right of the lane. Cross courts to Danis Jenkins. Right corner, Javonte Green. He'll launch. It's off iron, way up for the rebound went Desmond Bain. Desmond Bain up the middle. Desmond Bain two-time, deep on the right, top side of Carter Jr. Thought about a shot, didn't take it to Suggs left wing. Suggs from the lane, fires, fills it up. Good in-betweener for Suggs. He has scored just 4, but it's 83-66. He's 2 for 8. Cade up the left side. Pistons working the hoop to our left in front of the Orlando bench. Cade to the foul line. Cade to the basket. Scoops and scores! Kind of lulled him to sleep there.
Cade's averaged 32 points in this series, folks. He's up to 28 now. He's been very consistent with his scoring.
Suggs, top side to Bain. Desmond Bain, left sideline. Jamal Cain, triple try short. And the rebound is out of bounds. Under 38% shooting for Orlando. The Pistons shooting better than 45%. Cade, by the way, 9 for 17 for his 28 and 8 assists. Pistons in front to JD. They move the ball into the right corner, and Javonte Green hits the long gun.
You play the right way. Javonte Green missed the shot from that same spot earlier, but there was no hesitation on the part of Duncan Robinson to give it to him again. George, he was wide open.
Pistons with a 22-point lead, their biggest, trying to go to the basket and jam it. And hitting the deck is Suggs. Jalen Duren blocked the shot, but they called a foul.
Yeah, he got hit pretty good on that one, on the head. Suggs did while in midair.
Man, only a former football player could handle that hit and get back up and go to the free throw line.
Yeah, he needed a helmet because he got hit on the head.
Sure did.
Now, the block was clean, but not before he was hit in the head.
Banchero for Kane for Orlando. 9:53 to go in the game. Two free throws for Jalen Suggs. The second one right down the middle. It's now 88-68. The Pistons by 20. A moment ago, they had a 22-point lead, their biggest. Cade up the left side. 9:45 to play. Cade against Suggs now on top. Shot clock at 10. Wide of the lane to Javonte Green. Put it down, nearly lost it. Has it left wing. Turns, fires. It won't fall. Rebound tapped outside by Jalen Duren to Cade. Cade. Right corners to Danis Jenkins. A three-point gun goes for Danis. That'll bring the house down, folks. Danis has 14 points. He is 4 out of 5 from behind the long line, Greg.
That former G Leaguer is having himself one heck of a Game 7 performance.
Orlando takes timeout. Big smile for Danis Jenkins. Big lead for the home team. In this Game 7, the winner-go-home game, the Pistons lead the Magic 91-68. 9:19 left. Timeout Orlando on the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Rougiette is helping men take control of their sexual health with Ready, the 3-in-1 ED treatment that works in as fast as 15 minutes. At Rougiette.com, board-certified doctors build your personalized treatment plan with meds shipped discreetly to your door. 100% online, zero judgment. Just ED treatment formulated with proven ingredients. Rougiette, official men's prescription partner of the Detroit Pistons. Get started at Rougiette.com/Pistons. That's RUGIET.com/Pistons.
Did you know StockX started in Detroit? From a small team in 2016 to a global marketplace today. We've stayed true to our roots, built on transparency, driven by culture. Our real-time marketplace gives you access to buy and sell the latest sneakers, streetwear, apparel, and more. From the greatest grails to the hottest drops, every release you're looking for is here, even after it sells out. Built in Detroit. Trusted worldwide. Download the app or sign up online. StockX. Now you know.
The Pistons lead Orlando 91-68 with 9:19 left. A timeout break brought to you in part by Kia, an official vehicle sponsor of your Detroit Pistons. Rick Mahorn under the weather today, working with Special K, Gregory Kelser. Cade Cunningham shaking hands with Rip and Ben in Detroit. You don't have to say Hamilton and Wallace. Former champions, that's what Cade has on his mind. You got to get through round one to get to round two, then the conference finals, and then the finals. But after trailing 3-1 in round one, this has turned out to be very sweet, Gregory.
It really has, and the Pistons, they never lost faith in themselves and in their process. You know, they got the game 5, won it here on their home floor, had the stunning comeback in Florida in game 6, and they were primed to just get it going here in game 7, and things have really gone their way since the end of that second quarter when they stretched out, and they've been able to exceed that here in the fourth quarter.
I think they've had to play pretty darn well to fight off Orlando. The Magic did not lay down for this one.
No.
Certainly not Banchero or Desmond Bane, who just went to the basket and laid it in, hitting the floor.
I don't know how much you can draw from it, but, you know, Pistons, they came back from a similar deficit 2 days ago, and maybe in Orlando's mind they're saying, hey, why not us? Why can't we do the same thing? I mean, in this situation, you're looking for any type of motivation that you can find to get yourselves going.
Javonte Green called for the foul. Bane misses the free throw. JD with the rebound. So it's 91-70. 12 rebounds for Jalen Duren to go with his 9 points. 9 minutes left. Danis Jenkins on top to JD. Off to Cade, left wing. Cade to the lane. Cade runs up a baby hook and he hits it. 93-70. Cade has 30. Bane spins away from Danis Jenkins to the right baseline. Misses the shot, but he's drawn the foul. Josh Tiven calls it on Danis. That is his second. Pistons with 3 team fouls. Orlando with none. Rashard Thompson and Tobias checking back in. A missed first free throw for Desmond Bane. Nails the next. So it's 93-71. 8:34 to play. Danis Jenkins against Jalen Suggs. Now goes right wing to JD against Carter Jr. Gives it to Danis. Now left wing Tobias. He'll launch a 3, and it's through. Is he shooting with all kinds of confidence? I think he feels like he can't miss. A lot of tough shots, and that one point blank 3, and now he has 27.
Certainly can't say he hasn't been defended. They've been there. He's just been better offensively.
Carter Jr. down the lane. for the Magic. Fouled by Jalen Duren. That's his third.
Looking at the replay of Tobias' slash shot, Banchero right there in his face.
Yeah.
Didn't matter.
8:02 to go in this game 7. Wendell Carter Jr. at the line, missed the first free throw. Set to send the second. Scores that one. So with 8:02 left, the Pistons are up 96-72. Massard to Duncan Robinson in backcourt. Robinson against Suggs. Snaps a pass to Jalen Duren on the right sideline. Knocked away and saved, though, by Bain to Banchero. Paulo Banchero to the basket, flips it up and fills it up off the window. 96-74, 34 for Banchero. Bain is two-timed in backcourt. Ball knocked away by Suggs. Anthony Black has it to the basket for a jam. J.B. Bickerstaff will take a timeout as Orlando's starting to show some life. But it's still a 20-point Piston advantage with 7:32 to play. The Pistons 96, Orlando 76. This is the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
It's an exciting season for our Detroit Pistons. But you don't have to play for the team to get the same elite health care that keeps them at their best.
I don't box out defenders in mesh shorts, but my hip is back in the game.
I'm not a Piston, but I'm running on all cylinders after back surgery. I am Henry.
I am Henry.
Henry Ford Health, official team physicians of the Detroit Pistons. Visit henryford.com/teamdocs.
Is your home budget stretched too thin for replacement windows? Not with Wallside. We're stretching out your time to pay with 82 months, 0 interest. Plus half off every window. 82 months, 0 interest means lower monthly payments, so you can afford a whole house of new windows. Call for 82 months, 0 interest with no down payment. Wallside Windows, the home for affordable quality. 1-800-521-7800 or go to wallside.com.
I'm Cade Cunningham. In basketball and in life, it's all about respect. It's about getting respect and giving it. Sam Bernstein Law gets big-time respect for their results, their experience, and their resources. But they give respect, too. By listening, by putting their clients first, by treating every person like family. Getting respect and giving respect. That's the Bernstein advantage.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T, that's what Bernstein means to me.
Back live in downtown Detroit. The Pistons have a 96-76 lead over the Orlando Magic. George Blaha with Special K, Gregory Kelser, statistician Joe Abramson, engineer Tim Jetsky. By the way, back in the studio, Jenny Hoynotsky. Hoynotsky is our studio engineer, and the host back there, Jeremy Otto. The man with a great voice, Mark Champion, a contributor, of course, here in the postseason, as he was all season long as a radio voice of the Pistons. Pistons 96, Orlando 76. And the Pistons mobile app presented by Xfinity is your go-to for all things Pistons. View upcoming matchups, access behind-the-scenes content, and earn benefits by using our mobile wallet presented by Ally. Download now from the App Store. Pistons Academy Summer Camp registration live for kids 3 through 9. Give your child the ultimate basketball experience. Visit pistonsacademy.com/camp and register now and find a camp near you. All the calls tonight brought to you by Corewell Health, reminding you together we can overcome any obstacle and fight any battle. Well, the Pistons had an obstacle to overcome. They were down 3-1, Gregory, in this series.
It only gets more dire than that if you're down 3-0. So they were in pretty bad shape, but not anymore.
Now Orlando's in deep water, down 20 with 7.5 left. Pistons to forecourt, Jalen Duren right corner. JD top side to Asar Thompson, leaves it there for Cade against Banchero. Into the paint for Asar. Right corner bounce to Danish Jenkins, inside for JD. Couldn't touch it up. And it comes off to Orlando. Suggs on top to Anthony Black, back to Suggs left wing. Suggs against Cade, guns for three, and it's in and out. JD with a rebound.
He wants the Pistons to push it. J.B. Bickerstaff sensing maybe a little lull in their attack.
Pistons to Danis left corner, top side of Cade. Wing on the right to Asar. Asar to the basket, lays it up, lefty and in. Just stretched out and scored it. Some vintage Asar Thompson. He now has 8, and the Pistons lead 98-76.
His greatest gift is his athleticism, which allows him to just soar and hover and stay in the air longer and higher than most.
Isn't that the truth? Banchero trying to get to the basket and can't. Left corners to Bain, who fires and fills it. Desmond Bain with a 3 to make it 98-79. Still 6:06 to play. Cade to forecourt. Wing on the right to Danis Jenkins. Danis against Suggs. Danis puts it down lefty, gets to the rim. Dishes it low left to Asar. Asar, right corners to Danis. And he stepped out of bounds. Pistons a little sluggish on that possession. They slowed down and Orlando D'd up. That's why J.B. Bickerstaff wants the Pistons to push it. Suggs to forecourt for the Magic. 5:40 left. Pistons lead him 98-79. Left wing, Bain, and he misses a 3. In and out to Jalen Duren. Cade up the left side. Cade had it batted away inside by Banchero, who stole it, and a late whistle and a 4th foul on Banchero.
Number 5, Paolo Banchero. It'll be his 4th.
So Cade will shoot on the foul call on Banchero. Cade has 30. Banchero himself has 34. First free throw is up and in for Cade.
George, I want to point out that here we go, another night where Jalen Duren has 7 shots. That's about what he's averaged. Again, Orlando deciding that he's not going to beat us. But how about his effort on the glass tonight? We talked about being impactful in other ways. He's been there defensively. He has 14 rebounds in this game. So, scoring aside, Jalen Duren has had an impact here.
Big number in a Game 7. Banchero down the lane, slipped and fell. Left corner goes to Carter Jr. by himself, and he buries it from behind the long line to make it 100-82. 5:09 to play. Cade to forecourt against Anthony Black. Brings it up the middle. Try to send it right wing to Danis Jenkins. Swipe by Banchero. To Black, fakes the pass, gets to the basket, lays it up, lays it in. With 4:50 left, it's now 100-84.
I can assure you, J.B. Bickerstaff, even with the big lead, is not happy with the way things have turned here. And Orlando has pulled it to within 16, largely because of the Pistons and their carelessness.
Tobias left sideline to Danis Jenkins, and Orlando knocks it away.
Again.
Banchero down the lane to the basket, off the glass. No. Tapped up and in by Banchero. And J.B. Bickerstaff's going to take a timeout with 4:22 left.
He should.
Too close for comfort. The Magic at one point trailed by 25. Now they're down 14. with 4:22 to go in this Game 7 in downtown Detroit. This is the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
Piston fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience, especially during the 2026 NBA playoffs, presented by Google. As the official ticket marketplace of the Detroit Pistons and the NBA, Ticketmaster gets you to every round of the playoffs so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles, from seeing your favorite Piston stars up close to being there when the champions are crowned. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring playoff tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Pistons.
Now let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Pistons Basketball Network.
That timeout break brought to you in part by Kia, an official vehicle sponsor of the Detroit Pistons. A run for the Magic, 15-4, has tightened this up enough for the Pistons to take a timeout, Greg, with 4:22 left.
Well, the 25-point lead they had that you just spoke of, I believe, 2 minutes ago, maybe a little over 2 minutes ago, and now it's 14. So, good timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff to just remind his guys, finish the game.
Got to stop that bleeding. It's just 4 minutes left. That's time enough. Orlando did some crazy things, and the Pistons did not. Cade to forecourt, overplayed on the right sideline. Foul's called on Jalen Suggs. For Orlando, just their second team foul. Cade has it topside. Here's Anthony Black. Cade to the right wing. His cross-court pass tapped by Orlando, out of bounds. Suggs got a hand on it. 1.6, that's all on the 24. Cade from the left corner. Looking inside for JD. Made the catch and knocked it down. Soft finish for Jalen Duren. He has 11 to go with all those rebounds.
You know what, George? I can't believe the Orlando Magic allowed that. Number one, Cade Cunningham took the ball out and not somebody else. My number one fear if I'm Orlando would have been that play they just ran.
Yeah, exactly.
With 1.6 on the clock.
In backcourt, Desmond Baines called for a foul. But there's the play etched in your mind if you're the Magic. Danis Jenkins to forecourt. Danis right corner, Tobias. He'll launch and connect. Tobias with 3 more. He has 30. Good for him. 5 out of 7 from behind the long line.
Who, even with the series that Tobias has had, 20 points a game in the first 6, who would have ever envisioned that he'd get 30 in the Game 7? Not because he can't, but because that's not really been his role to be the second scorer behind Cade Cunningham. Jalen Duren was that guy. But you take Jalen Duren out, now the number 3 guy slides into that position. That's Tobias Harris, and boy, has he thrived in it tonight.
Tobias got a few more shots. He has 18 shot tries, 11 makes, and 30 points. 3 and 23 left on the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
The Detroit Pistons lead the Eastern Conference and sit firmly among the NBA's top teams. Secure your 2026-27 Pistons membership powered by Ticketmaster and lock in playoff priority access, member-only merchandise discounts, and exclusive events like Meet the Team. Head to Pistons.com/memberships to lock in now. This is Detroit basketball all the time.
Timeout break brought to you in part by Kia, an official vehicle sponsor of the Detroit Pistons. People waving the rally towels here. Pistons don't need a rally now. They just need a few essential plays. And as Orlando comes to forecourt, we get a Cade Cunningham foul, his second. And that's putting Wendell Carter Jr. on the line. The Pistons are in the penalty.
You know, Tobias Harris's playoff career high is 37. Came in a game one when he was with Philadelphia. But George, this is even bigger. His 30 here in a game 7.
Thank you.
For the Pistons. He has been off the charts remarkable.
And like so many of his teammates, a world-class guy.
Oh, yeah.
Carter Jr. makes both free throws to make it 105-88. He has a dozen. Cade with some backcourt pressure by Suggs. Brings it to forecourt. Top side to Danis. Danis to the basket. Got a block by Carter Jr. 3:07 to play. Cade has 32 points and 11 assists. As his mom and dad, Keith and Carrie, look on near the Piston bench. Good for them. They're so loyal. They're the reason Cade is such a world-class guy. The Pistons left wing to Duncan Robinson, and he buries it from behind the long line. The distance doctor now has 10. Anthony Black to the paint for the Magic. Fires and fills it from 12. Makes it 108-90.
They're trying to make this thing look respectable. The Magic, that's about all that remains for them. But even right now, it speaks to the defensive effort that has been the Pistons all game. They just got 90 points, and they just got there.
Whistle and a foul on Cade. This will put Anthony Black at the free throw line. Anthony Black's first free throw pops out. The crowd with a so long serenade for the Magic.
Yeah. Hey, they're going to have to live with this.
I hate to endure it.
Yeah.
They were up 3-1 in the series.
That'll haunt you.
But the Pistons were the better team.
They were.
And they had, despite Paolo Banchero's significant talent, they had the better superstar. And the Pistons, with a deeper roster and coming out of a 60-win regular season, had more than enough to come back and take them out despite trailing 3-1. Asar Thompson to forecourt. Tobias Harris gives it to Danis Jenkins back near the timeline. Tobias, sideline right to Danis. On top for Tobias. Lobs to JD for a jam. 2:05 left. The Pistons 110. The Magic 91.
One of the hottest guys on the floor just passed it instead of shooting. He could have shot it. Tobias, very unselfish.
Oh, yeah. Driving is Carter Jr. for the Magic. Dishes to Anthony Black to the basket for a miss. And Carter Jr. had the rebound. Grabbed and fouled from behind by Cade. That's his fourth. 1:49 to play. This is the Game 7 that fans were hoping for when Game 6 tipped off on Friday night in Orlando. And the Pistons were down 24 points early in the second half. Some thought maybe the Pistons season might be ending. Well, it certainly wasn't. Duncan Robinson told us afterwards We were not going to let this be our body of work.
Yeah.
We couldn't go out that way. And they hung tough. And they held Orlando to 19 second half points.
I had a chance to talk to Cade Cunningham after game 5 here. After the game, he had done his interviews and all that. And he said to me, I'm not planning for our season to end here. And it won't.
Good for him. Carter gets 1 for 2 at the free throw line. A minute and 45 to play. 110-92. Pistons with the lead in the ball. Round 2 will begin here on Tuesday night against either Cleveland or Toronto, whoever wins tonight. Duncan Robinson in the left corner with a pump fake. And we got a foul away from the ball. Carter Jr. fouled Jalen Duren. Orlando will take a timeout with a minute and 33 to play. The Pistons and their fans can celebrate this one. A hard-fought, come-from-behind series to move on to round 2. Back in just a moment on the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
Life is beautiful and fragile. We fall. We get tired. And sometimes we get sick. But with Corewell Health, we are also strong. We fight disease. We battle cancer. We come together. We come back. We push forward. When the body breaks, we break through. Corewell Health. We can.
George Blaha with Gregory Kelser courtside here at Little Caesars Arena. Rick Mahorn under the weather, but I'm sure he enjoyed what he heard about this one. The Pistons leading 110-92. They're going to finish off the Magic in just a matter of a minute and 33 seconds, Greg.
Yep. Pistons taking care of business, and I echo your sentiments. Hope that Rick is feeling better and just keeping the seat for you a little warm. Get well, because you got some more games to broadcast, big fella.
Pistons with some more games to play. The postseason could have ended this afternoon. It hasn't. Pistons had to win. And so did Orlando. It came down to a Game 7. Jalen Duren at the free throw line gets the first. Cade Cunningham will get a big hand.
Yeah, George, he'll get a standing ovation.
Yeah, that's better than a big hand.
Yeah, well deserved.
Makes you want to stand up yourself. Rip Hamilton and Ben Wallace do just that.
Cade with 32 points in this game, and that's his average in this series. 32 points.
12 assists. Orlando to forecourt. A miss by Anthony Black. Tobias in forecourt, left corner to Duncan Robinson. On top to Danis Jenkins. Danis to the lane, to the rim, flips it up. No, but a foul's called with a minute and 13 left.
Foul on Anthony Black. His third.
15 points, 15 rebounds for Jalen Duren. 30 points and 9 boards for Tobias. Danis Jenkins at the line. First free throw falls. He has scored 15. He has 5 assists. Ron Holland will check in for the first time in the series.
Tobias Harris coming out, George. Duren's coming out. Duncan Robinson's coming out. And they're all getting standing ovations.
Pistons with some blood, sweat, and tears in this one. They have to be when you're down 3-1. 2 free throws for Danis gives him 16. 114-92. Banchero, forecourt, left wing. Banchero down the lane. Shot rejected by Tolu Smith. Right now, Tolu's in the game with Marcus Sasser and Ron Holland, Javonte Green. And Danis. They call the foul on Javonte Green. Banchero's first free throw is up and in, and Chaz Lanier will check in. Dennis Jenkins has had a heck of a game. He'll get a hand. The alum of the Motor City Cruise on a two-way contract for half this season. Dennis Jenkins had a big hand in this one, finishes with 16. Banchero makes 2 free throws. He has 38. And J.B. Bickerstaff would like his team just hang on to the ball. No further shots, folks. But Chaz Lanier will fire from the right baseline and fill it. That'll make it 116-94.
Wasn't exactly a need, but if you're in football, they handed it off. It was a running play.
Yeah. Orlando won't shoot it. The fans in downtown Detroit ready to celebrate. Shot clock violation for the Magic. The Pistons have it. 13 seconds to play. The Pistons 116. The Magic 94. Crowd hollers Detroit basketball. Jamal Mosley and J.B. Bickerstaff with a hug and some words at midcourt. Cade Cunningham's Pistons, too much for the Magic. Cade finishes with 32 and 12 assists. And Orlando doesn't go down without a fight. But the Pistons were too much for him in this one. Orlando led by 2 after 1, but the Pistons outscored him 40-27 in the second quarter to take a 60-49 halftime lead. They piled on some more, 23 points over 15 for the Magic in the third to lead 83-64 before we started the fourth and final period. Jalen Duren with 15 points and 15 rebounds.
George, it was fun sitting in on this game with you.
This is this historic game, really.
It really is. It really is.
I'm glad you were here, Gregory.
Someone asked me before the game, when's the last time I broadcasted a Game 7? And I really had to think about it, and I got to still think about it because I don't remember. But now I'll say today.
Darn right. Dennis Jenkins was 16 points. The young man who came up on a two-way from the Motor City Cruise had a lot to do with this victory, and he's joining us now courtside. Dennis, we needed you, buddy.
Yeah.
Not just for this interview, but for this game.
Yeah.
You had a heck of a game. 16 points and 5 feeds and 5 for 8 shooting in a Game 7.
Yeah.
This is one you won't forget right away, isn't it?
Most definitely. It seems like I was calibrating my shots all series, I was saving them to Game 7, but better late than never.
Dennis, talk about just the journey, and I know this could be a long conversation, but just if you can summarize your personal journey from where you were maybe last year this time to where you are today.
Yeah, man. It's been nothing short of adversity, grit, determination. I always said from the jump when I signed with the Pistons that I'm everything that the Pistons organization is about. That's been me my whole life. That's been me my whole journey. And just to see how things can change in a matter of 1 year, man. Like you said, last year, I wasn't even traveling with the team. You know what I'm saying? When they went to New York and played, I didn't even travel with them. I was just grinding. And I made a promise to myself that next year around this time, I'm going to be not just in the playoffs, but I'm going to be playing. And that was just my mentality the whole summer, and that was my mentality this whole year. I just wanted to make it undeniable, my impact on the team.
Well, you have had undeniable impact throughout the entire time before even you signed that full-time contract. When you were on a two-way.
Yeah.
So often you checked into the game and did big things.
Yeah.
But it's obvious what JB thinks of you.
Yeah.
You're an important part of his rotation.
No, man, I'm just glad I was able to come through for my brothers in the organization.
I know the typical answer is we don't care. But you guys get a chance to sit and watch and the decision being made of who you're going to play, Toronto or Cleveland. Do you have a preference?
At this point, man, like I say, we figured it out, man. It took us all series, but we figured it out. I really don't have a preference, man. Whoever we get, that's who we get. They got to come with it.
And I'll tell you what, this guy's going to come with it.
You know that. Appreciate
Dana,
y'all.
great job. Thanks for joining us, man.
I appreciate
Congrats.
it.
On to round two.
You know that.
And you'll be a big part of the rotation again.
Appreciate it, baby.
Danis Jenkins finishes with 16 points, one of 5 Pistons in double figures. Cade had 32, Tobias had 30, JD had 15 and 15, but Danis had 16, and Duncan Robinson had 10 points and 6 rebounds. What an afternoon here, Gregory, and great to share it with you, buddy.
George, always great to sit along with you. It's kind of nostalgic in a way because when I first began as a Piston broadcaster, it was with you doing radio.
Darn right, Greg. Always great to work with Rick Mahorn and with Special K. So glad you were here, Gregory, to help us witness and describe some more history.
Thank you, George. Looking forward to more history being made.
For Gregory and Joe Abramson, our statistician, I'm George Blaha. Congratulations to the Pistons. They win here in Game 7. The final score, the Pistons 116, Orlando 94, on to round 2. A game here Tuesday night against either the Cavaliers or the Raptors.
Piston fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience, especially during the 2026 NBA playoffs, presented by Google. As the official ticket marketplace of the Detroit Pistons and the NBA, Ticketmaster gets you to every round of the playoffs so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles, from seeing your favorite Piston stars up close to being there when the champions are crowned. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring playoff tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Pistons. The Detroit Pistons lead the Eastern Conference and sit firmly among the NBA's top teams. Secure your 2026-27 Pistons membership powered by Ticketmaster and lock in playoff priority access, member-only merchandise discounts, and exclusive events like Meet the Team. Head to Pistons.com/memberships to lock in now. This is Detroit basketball all the time.
Life is beautiful and fragile. We fall. We get tired. And sometimes we get sick. But with Corewell Health, we are also strong. We fight disease. We battle cancer. We come together. We come back. We push forward. When the body breaks, we break through. Corewell Health. We can.
Together, let's drive. Diversified Members Credit Union. has been proudly serving Metro Detroit for nearly 100 years. DMCU brings the hustle, shares the wealth, and goes hard in the paint for its members. Whether you're budgeting for everyday life or saving up for your next big play, DMCU is here to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Because when Detroit wins, we all win. Visit DMCU.com